Unti. Oh, naka-stream ko. Streaming. Ba yan? Sa'yo night market, ano ba eh? Wow, isa ka blue.
Match found.
Both. Wala, yawan nindot kay. Yawan nindot ta, uy. Origin nga frenzy. Prime classic. Ion sheriff. Ion specter. Neptune nga phantom. Yawan, completo. Ricardo's. Bind. Hello. Bind. Nico is in Twitch. Nico. Cakes. Hello. Hello, Nico. How are you?
New weapons. Say more.
Hello, Nico.
Nag-live ka din pala, Idol Jigs.
Oo, live na tayo. You mean twerking? Twerking?
This enemy's not.
Oh, you want me to twerking, Nico?
Narinig ba ako, Idol Jigs? Oh?
Oo. Rinig.
Turret out. Placing swarm grenade.
Low elo. Andito tayo sa low elo.
Ooh, enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
All missiles away. Well,
One enemy remaining.
Nasabi, planting.
Spike planted.
Hello, I love Irish. Get all W's. Spawn, sayo, expect.
Last player standing.
Nabuo mo na.
the enemy fears you, Radar. You can use that.
You got this. Thank you, Nico. You take care of there in the work.
Time for a field test.
You work well, so your boss won't fire you.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Enemy spotted A.
Reloading.
Here. Launching missile.
Spike planted.
Cover going out. Missile deployed. Target down. Bring it.
One enemy remaining.
Me Bokla. That's why you work a lot, Nico. You get money advance, Nico. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. You get 2 months advance of salary of your salary, and then you quit after. Be happy. Am I right, Nico?
Hello, hello, Idol Jigs.
Hello,
Salita ka nga.
Andito,
Weapons
andito.
up. Comms open.
Rinig.
Hindi kita marinig.
Input. Ayan.
Ayun, rinig
Spike
niya.
down B. One enemy remaining.
Nandun.
Spike spotted B.
Drone going out.
Spike here.
It was their life or mine. Their fear blinds them.
Five lang, tas surrender na kayo, ganun na yun.
Oo. Tas FF na kayo. Lol, I robbed them by taking salary. Yes! It's not robbing if you work.
It's too much.
You work, but after you get the 2 months advance salary, you quit.
Multiple enemies A.
All missiles away. That's a kill. Live munition.
Aray, pupo. Stun thyself. Oh my god lah.
Spike planted. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Ang bilis naman oh. Hello, Sosa.
Ang bilis niya makaikot.
No 10 pre. Oh, you're learning ha. You're learning, Nico.
Reloading.
I go work for it and finish to go back home. What time do you up? What time do you go home, Nico?
Tahimik naman ang lobby na to, no?
Tayo talaga dito sa Lawilo.
Tenemos, hermanos.
Walang comms.
Hello.
Nag-probe sila umangat. Nasaan mga comms?
Enemy spotted A.
Cover going out.
Body shot. Awit.
Turret down.
Face your
Drone
fear.
is next.
Reset. Lagi nalito yung KJ.
All missiles away.
Spike planted.
Grenade is live.
Last player standing.
Liwa yata. Hello. Oy, Epaps. Hello, Epaps. Thank you, Epox. I can go right now, pero I have a little work left before I go. Wow, you used the word pero, Nico. Hello, Airy. Hello, Bright Moon. Hello, guys. You are learning, ah. You are learning, Nico.
This place is nice, but
You
not
know,
nice enough to
nagsalita
die
ako.
in. Let's win and get out of here.
Magkaduo kasi, magkaduo yung ano, TJ tsaka ano.
Di ako bibili, kukulit ako.
Kaya may OP, tas wag mo ibigay.
Oo.
Oh, bunog smoke.
Enemy spotted A. Multiple enemies A.
Live munition.
I know exactly where you are.
Spike planted. Bomb grenade
Deep,
out.
Eh.
Cutting division. Bomb grenade
Locating
out.
targets. One suppressed.
Last player standing.
All missiles away.
Okay, at least wala na ako yung
Okay, nag-surrender na yung surrender na to. Nag-quit yung jet, umiyak.
Let's run it again.
Oh, laki yun dyan.
Wala kayong pang comms, pre.
Hello, Polo. Hello. May KJ. May comms kayo.
Yun, may comms ka, pre.
Ayun.
Wala,
Reyna.
pre.
Wala, pre.
Ay, atuin natin.
Oo.
Lagi, ikaw lang may comms.
Para.
Invite mo nga, pre. Comms tayong dalawa, pre.
Sige.
Invited. Accept na lang, pre.
Sige, wait lang.
Sure win na tayo next game, Idol Jigs. Nandiyan na si Ash, kaagising.
You know.
Locating targets.
Turret destroyed.
Spike planted.
All missiles away. One down.
Surrender natin, Idol Jigs. Pangit
Wala.
to. Walang comms.
Ano, same rank ba? Magpapalit
Ito
tayo.
pa din. Hindi, maglalaro daw si Ash sa main. Duo pa din tayo. Bubus nga natin yung account na yun. Kaso ngayon, surrender naman. Wala naman kasing comms. Paano nag-i-improve tong mga to? Wala. Nag-aantay sila ng boosting service.
Stay alive. I want their life, not yours.
I need a drop.
F5 mo yan, pre. GG's.
No time
Attackers
for
win.
regret.
Practice muna kayo, tapos mag-comms kayo sa kampi niya. Sana sila kalaban.
Tara, dalawagin natin.
Serious mode.
Tunggu.
Match found.
PRX pala ngayon. Oh my god.
Nag-match pawn sa'yo, Idol Jig?
Hindi, walang match found.
Kunyari.
Match found.
Lock duel. Palo. Nice
Ayan.
one. Sana sila.
Hello? Yeah.
Leave deadlock to me. I know
Hindi
how
sila.
she works. I know her weaknesses.
Hindi sila kalaban.
Kalbo ka bantay na ang ahuan.
Sayang.
Mga dula di ko paper X. Paper X. Paper X. Wait. Pink.
Shock done.
Okay, wait lang. Hello, Blair.
Reloading.
Have fun playing. Thank you, Blair.
There.
Tambay muna kayo dyan. Manood muna kayo ng Paper X. Supportahan nyo Paper X.
Reloading.
Blocking movement.
Shock done.
Satchel out. Planted.
Malanjing mo, Satchel. Hello, Als. Peace streaming. Thank you, Als. Right now.
Right here.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
They were barely worth the effort.
Kailangan na mag-add old.
You see?
Old was
They're flat. Ordinary.
where is that? There.
They had a 3-0 record going into the match again. So, you know, I think Giant X tested them, and I think that they were pushed to the limit, but it definitely is a different circumstance, similar to like NRG MIBR, right?
Yeah.
Regional rivals facing off against each
But
other.
it's good to see that in a champs stage, they can still
Ano rin
deliver
kay
the
ate?
performance that they
I don't
did.
know.
Hello, Kiyo. Ay, si Aus yun, di ba? Hello, Aus.
Lucky, as a region,
Baisa, baisa, baisa.
over there.
Application audio, yun.
This is the way that they could
Source.
start their lower bracket run. Opponent that they know, they get the win. Yes, it goes the distance,
property.
but
Kunin na,
it's a confidence back. Benji just saying
kunin na
this.
eh.
Hands up.
Kunin na eh.
Kiyo. Kiyo kasi nakalagay. Kiyo Z. Suri na ba?
Balita
Suri
ko,
na ba?
marami daw pera to si Aus. Mamimigay na ko ng TikTok yun daw.
Bigay na yan siya ng ano. Pag magbigay talaga yan si Aus. TikTok galaxy. Mag-timer stream ka talaga ba?
One enemy remaining.
Timers din ako.
Timer Wow. Oh, bakit nasa gitna ang pito? Lakihan mo pa talaga like makover si Spider-Man sa ubos good.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
Koreans here and now, and in the game later today, we've got Mako as well as an individual who's at start.
Ayan.
Absolutely lit them up. He had some
Yan.
impactful moments, and he rarely ever falls off. He is the cornerstone of consistency for a team that desperately
Guys, isipin nyo nung
So if he gives
titingnan nyo
you
dyan.
assuming he can,
Hi, Abby.
the onus is gonna be, can
Ate,
they get,
hello.
you know, a little bit cleaner with their
Hilingan
mindfulness.
mo
If
ko,
they
oy.
were rough and ready, they came down.
Idol Jigs, G daw oh. Matakot.
Really give it to another top
Uy,
team.
nakatakot naman.
Miku was speaking about
Hi, Abby. Abby, gusto ka galo ah.
Matakot.
Abby, di ba gusto nag-crave halo-halo? Alam si Jigs ako akay kuan. Libre yun daw pa niya halo-halo pero dapat magpakita mo ni Summer.
Reply lang ko sa'yo.
Dapat magpakita daw ka.
If you're incorrect, right, with the mentality that they play, you would want to kind of rattle.
Dapat na apod ka.
My guy is stalwart.
Dapat na ako. Kamu ro kay kuan all girls. Ay all.
One enemy
The
remaining.
BFFs. Busy o kabalo man ko nga busy kay ka. Kita naman ko nabuang nakahapit sa imong review.
G daw pare.
Natakot.
Natakot.
Wala pa ko sure kung kansa ko mabalik na sa CDO pero may possibility for this year.
Scary.
Nakatakot rin na
May
natin.
possibility this year mabalik. Dili ko magsaba kay Tuscan.
Tama na, hindi
Para
na siya
ma-surprise siya, ma-surprise.
Sa best na nangyari.
Nagdan. Ayun, nagbumawi. Sa rotate.
Hindi, okay lang. Pag nan-trash talk na lang ulit.
Sa babawi.
Last player standing. Spike down.
Hindi naka...
Ah, diba?
Nice try.
Wala yan, pre, hindi na trash talk yan.
Many people talking about the mental
Ray has some good
and I
inventories.
think that a lot of
Love.
happens in the server, click head, short.
Kaya mag-chill game lang tayo.
There's a larger macro game that's happening like in mind, right? Reloading. In these situations.
And I think sometimes as well, when you get onto the stage, strategy goes out the window, and it comes down to can you keep your mental in check. I think that just talking about something struggling mentally.
Who needs a
It
buy?
sounds feeling like he's not playing particularly well.
Rage bait.
Mirror teams right now.
Papatalo ko to.
Wag.
Tahimik.
Close it out. get it over the line against
Mag-chill game lang, walang trash talkan.
The same, I guess, kind of fight is going on in the minds of the
Bait ako, rage bait ako.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Yeah, and good point that you bring up there because, you know, I think one of the
Box.
that PaperX has coming into it.
Nasa likod din namatay.
You got players like Divide who, whenever you watch him play, he plays
Idol
with
Jigs,
confidence.
after
He
this
talks
game,
and he talks
PH versus ano daw, PRX. Baka mag-watch party na lang muna.
Nanonood na nga ako ngayon. Tingnan mo stream ko.
Anyone have any spits? I may have jammed my finger.
Hello, wait. Nilabas ka na sa stream mo?
I love that. I think that when we see a PaperX, for example, having something just playing on the Euro, you also require for other players to still keep that flexibility that has always been a characteristic for PaperX.
Raise diff daw ako. 1 kill lang yung raise nila. Wait lang.
Akin na spice.
I'm here to stay. He was the one showing up. He was the one.
Yeah, and he's the player keeping it together as well. I mean,
Standing ahead.
consistent results because you need a consistent player to have the other variables, the other players fluctuating in terms of the form that they have. Maybe unfortunately,
Dropping smokes.
in his elimination game because you know Heritage is
Okay.
always going to be performing.
I want it easy.
Nowhere to run!
Nagbato bomba.
Kalaban.
Last player standing. Spike
Kalaban ba? Kampi natin yun eh.
Ultimate
Kanina
ready.
pa ako natapon, pre.
Ay, hindi.
Kalaban yun.
Nice try.
They want to dance? I'll leave.
So what conclusions did you guys
Nagagalit naman yun siya, uy.
kind of prevent that emotional swings from happening all over again?
Anong game na, Idol Jigs?
Make you guys be
Iwan na lang ako.
Anong ano?
Ayos ayos.
Had this experience before, especially against the Liquid previous events. So I guess this time it actually happened, and obviously
Any doubt?
accept it. But at the end of the day, they played better than us, so they do deserve that.
Grenade!
Probably just
No escape.
go back. Yeah,
Mukha ko big.
Reloading.
Spike down A.
My territory, my rules.
Nag-whip.
position, and nothing more
Fire in the hole!
the game the day after. I think the most important is probably to get enough rest. That's the most important.
Last player standing.
cool, calm, collected today?
Hopefully.
Again, always a pleasure to hear from you. And it is safe to say that one of the reasons why they're able to do that is
Pero
because they
nila
have such a long
Tell
time
ya.
mistaken, divide,
should
and
win.
King as a player has really done an exceptional job of making himself a versatile weapon for this team. And even in the loss, even in the moments that might not pan out the way that they would have won, you kind of see exactly what makes this PaperX team click, Bea.
Absolutely. I think everybody likes to see gameplay.
No
on the
heroics.
race, but
Idol Jigs, nanahimik ata yung mga kampi natin.
on the stage and always being
Seryoso.
a little bit more flexible. He's also
Grenade!
just
Wala, di mo siya.
Throwing next.
Mukol.
I cannot pick
Mukha na ako mukha ko.
what they are today.
No peeking.
Doing sometimes the dirty work, but to me he's always going to
Gago,
be
dalawa
the
dun,
best.
dalawa dun.
On days like today, I expect
Dalawa,
him to
dalawa.
have a brilliant performance.
Yeah, I mean, Jing is so essential to so many of their weird, wacky
Nice
ideas
one.
that
Come
they have in
here.
certain boxes. Age and flexibility is essential for making that work for them, but also just his ability to just send it with complete trust in his team to capitalize
Gobi,
on
gobi,
the
gobi.
This is a player who plays Jing as a player with this squad, and someone who
Fake
can
news.
send it like he can.
No one
Ayaw niyo pumasok eh.
Right,
Ako tuloy yung binaril.
different.
Kaya ginapasok. Hold on, hold on.
Second and Jing are always able to send it in tandem, sometimes separate, and really enable the rest of the team to take and just take over games.
Papunta dyan sa'yo.
Last player standing.
4 years of PaperX when, you know, a few years ago, we didn't even know if he was going to get to compete again.
Yun nga, patingin niya ako nung clutch. Patingin niya ako nung clutch. Pag na-clutch mo to, ipapanalo ko to.
Pag-clutch, isa pwet.
Hindi, pag na-clutch mo, ipapanalo ko. Ubusin ko yan.
Ge.
30 seconds left.
Ayos ha.
Planted.
Oh, legit. I-clutch mo. Ubusin ko yan.
We don't have enough time. You see the
Hindi na clutch.
It's time for the results of our MasterCard fan poll. Earlier, we asked you lovely
Wala,
people if
syempre
the
ganun
Pacific
talaga.
region will fight
Need mo
off
talagang
elimination and
mag-improve.
make top 4, and you resoundingly said yes. And you know, I don't disagree with that.
I don't blame them either.
Because you got PaperX and DRX, both teams are looking good. PaperX,
Ayun nga, di na clutch.
yeah, they had a setback, but they went up against a Fnatic that was just game and ready to go.
Let's just appreciate how good yesterday was. From the side of PaperX, this would be
They
much
think
more
themselves
devastated if
are
Fnatic had
equals.
lost and they had to play with a sub
They are
today because
mistaken.
it will have the narrative of, oh, if Alpha was not a
Request ka,
mistake,
request.
this is
Mag-ulti ako.
exactly what could have been.
Hindi, okay lang, Evan. Huwag natin seryosohin.
Sige, sige, sige.
Maingay kasi. Hindi mag-i-improve yan.
May nagpupush sa akin.
Wag, dito ka na mag-info sa A. Infoan mo to. I-recon mo to. Recon, bigay ka lang ng info. Club, pasok, dali. Asimin mo.
Tara, teaming ko.
Ali, dito. Diyan dapat.
Corner.
Dito, Club.
Ayaw po.
Smoke agad.
Last player standing.
Huwag kang sa laro mag-isa. Tumama ka sa ampin mo, pre. Kasi pwede may drone yung site.
Gotcha fun. My turn. Barrier deployed. Their death demands our attention.
Yung mate lang yan.
I messed it around a bit, and I got both.
Yan, malapit na simula yung laro.
Right, and the coin today said Heretics.
Hindi, lagi ka kasi mag-isa maglaro eh. Try mo mag-info. Bah, gusto mo atang i-throw ko to.
Find that rhythm.
Wala kayo dyan.
Revealing area.
Reloading. Dropping smokes.
Take flight.
One of these.
Enemy tag. Right here.
Dali, galaw, Club.
Done.
Wala na dyan, bro.
Grenade. Nose right here. Bomb buddy out.
Spike down B.
Flat elo? Hindi. Nasa iron.
Isa pa.
Ayan, no, iron, bronze. Bronze, silver.
Scanning ahead.
Last player
Pinagkakatuan
standing.
yung low elo.
Make them regret their choice of profession.
I will do everything that I can so we can go to the
Kulang lang.
Dito, patamahin mo dito, Soba.
Paano mag-main?
Hindi,
Wala
patamahin.
pang energy.
Gamitan lang sa akong account lang. May account muna.
I really respect.
Kailangan sa tama dito.
Aray
I've
ko.
been watching Mako
Hindi,
play.
pag napatama mo
Get
yan.
out of my way.
So I'm really excited to play against Mako and see how it's gonna work inside the server.
Uy! Palto.
Dropping smoke.
Uy, may binigay.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Nalakali pa ng CC. Wala.
Us.
Out of charges.
I won't let it be you. Scanning ahead.
Sobrang kabado yun. Iniscan yung
Is ready.
Ay, may reverse there.
Smoke mo market.
Reverse clerics ba?
Last player standing.
Been through a lot and it's hard to keep that consistency.
I never left.
Team Heretics, we kind of know how they play.
Last round before the switch.
Spend those credits before we lose them.
Team played against the past in Madrid when we were rookies and we were the new team to join.
I need to blow something up.
Emotional back then. It was really painful lose, but we learned a lot.
Revealing area.
Reloading. Drop in a smoke. Jet's grounded.
Gabi, gabi, gabi.
Mananalo yan.
Gabi na, gabi na.
Spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Reeling them in.
Wala na.
Your strongest. No escape.
Sisimula na yung laro, tapusin na natin.
Switching sides.
Paano tapos ba, bro?
We're here because we're the best.
Ah.
Many of you forget that.
Mabilis
Pwedeng hindi.
magkakalaban.
Surrender?
Absolutely.
Hindi, di
Having the
surrender
win
ka
today
ang
is
pinaka.
pressure between both of these teams, the mental resilience and the internal demons that are going to be battering to ensure that they can play up to their own standards. Both of these squads have been struggling so far, but they have no more second chances. It's all on the line, it's all elimination, and one more stop before they can get to that potential top 4 and that change of arenas.
Yeah, let's take a look at the maps here. Team Heretics has decided to ban the
Ascent?
Sunset. We saw it the other day, apparently not going to be repeated after
Bind
the new
Lotus.
composition probably not working for them.
Oh, yeah.
They decide to go for the Ascent.
Footstep.
That bind. I like how they're playing into this.
Hoy, sinarado mo!
We did mention the other day that we have not
Bye-bye na lang daw.
Revealing area.
Wait, smoking.
Well, on this first two maps, we should not be seeing.
Baka mag-rotate.
Looking at a lot of
Hello.
double duelists for Team Heretics.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, you can tell, I think
Ano
that Team
ginagawa
Heretics
mo?
didn't have a lot of reps on the bind. I really like that selection and holding on that pick. But I think
Mamili
when it gets
ka,
to this
anong
stage of the
titignan
game,
mo?
when it gets to this level of pressure on the stage,
Rotating.
Mamili ka. Ano titignan mo? Ini-stream ko na to o ini-stream ko nga?
Yep, rotating na.
those can be the defining factors.
Ihalo dalawa mata. May isa pang gitna, may isa pang ano, pang baba.
Sa baba, sin, sa taas.
They've been flawless on it. So understandable to take the ground and understandable to see the good performances for the
Mahirap.
Minus 90 si Ray.
Uy!
Last player standing.
Tingnan nyo lang yung dalawang screen, guys. Wag lang si Jigs yung titingnan nyo, ha? Baka mamaya mag-riz na yan si Jigs.
For this one, get ready for a slobber knock.
Watch them run when late time I saw that. That's when we strike.
To do the only thing they know how to do. Leave it all on that stage.
Oh, the wizardry.
We're talking about young, dynamic players over on the Heretic side, stalwart veterans over on the Paper X side. You
Ay,
literally got
kabalo yung
Darius
mga
on Darius
Ay,
on Darius
kabalo,
on
basta
Darius.
na yung gift.
We cooked this thing up and we're faking it. But the reality is, this
Yeah,
is what
mang-riz lagi lang siya karon.
see the support as well coming in from some of the Heretic family.
Dili daw yun na nga gift ng isa rang karoso. Mga kuhan mo na yung gusto nga gift. Pag maghatag daw mo og sinigang kay mag-asip. Pig daw na siya.
Nagpipinagip siya at mga.
Asim kiligriz.
Enemy spotted mid.
Aray ko. Isod ka.
Ay, dili na gyud na siya mahalin.
last Masters. It's not going to be
Both of these teams have felt the feeling of hitting the near top of the mountain in this sport, and they have both crumbled at that finish line. But now they have to send each other home. This is wild.
Over there.
But here's the agent select.
Yeah, not everybody can make the top 4. We do not see
Info nyo ako.
Nasa B.
Sensor trip. No surprises.
Dalawa?
Yes, dalaw.
Wala na akong bulak.
30 seconds left. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Careful ah. Ay, good.
Defuse the spike.
Jing Sage. Hello, halo ka.
To just bring it out because I consider that to be a win
Spike diffused.
Absolutely.
Returning to
going up against the double sentinel comp, you're really going to be tested
Reloading.
in terms of how you can work the map.
No one beats my firepower. I got this.
Can you avoid it most of the time? Can you find the
Need a
bites?
drop.
Can you bait it out? Yeah, like avoiding the buy as a
Pag
player.
binilan mo ko, pre,
This
isko to.
wall setup, it's an uphill battle from the get-go here for Heretics. You got to think that they've come in ready.
Pre, pag binilan mo ko, ace ko to.
Styles here with a double sentinel, double duelist composition.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
I'm curious to see if Paper X, despite them playing double sentinel, do
Visage,
they want to
yes.
get more aggressive, not allow Heretics to be able to get comfortable, get moving? Does Heretics try and just sock Paper X in the face a couple of times?
No one. Ah, sa isa.
One of these teams will make the top 4 and play up the lights. Let's go ahead and send it over to your casters. It's Pansy.
Footstep ako lang rin.
Thank you so much, GB. The desk there kind of teeing us up for an incredibly high skill ceiling game between these two. But again, it feels like a matter of heart when you're looking at these two teams. A matter of form coming
No bother.
to your eye between these two in this matter of survival.
I think it's all about the mental game.
One enemy remaining.
Gago, ano yun?
It can become a negative attitude. And I think that is the balance that these players are having to face right now. Between all of our teams in the lower bracket, but none define it so well as these two. Known for making grand finals and losing. Except for Paper X in Toronto, who very recently broke that and are hoping it never happens again. But the collapse we've just seen from them would indicate otherwise. Good starts, momentum, and avoiding those negative voices in your mind.
Have to avoid it somehow. Run from it almost. It will be Heretics on the attack.
Footsteps.
Obviously on the defending side. And a simplistic start. Directed approach.
Footstep dito, footstep.
Sige lang, sige lang. Nanonood ako eh. Sorry.
See what value Jing gets with the
Okay lang yan, okay lang yan.
Really good for going to it looks like he just wants to wall off the players in main.
Yeah, something already. Good start here, taking away Woot, and I will be keeping track of that man as well. Self-critical to this point. And maybe already find the fight. This is looking like there's answer to this. And PRX looking for that spot more in. This is going to start, and it's not. I mean, he's going to cut down quickly.
Hello. Ano ginagawa ng Raze?
One enemy remaining.
Nagpipistol gamit mo, ba't pistol?
Nanonood kasi kami, Trey. Nag-watch party kami ni Ray.
Kaya pala.
Nag-watch party kami.
G na naman.
Ayoko na nanonood ako. Wala kayo dyan.
Parang si okay.
Kung gusto nyo na lang magpa-boost, i-message nyo ako. May bayad nga lang.
Make him dance.
Huwag na. Hindi namin na kailangan.
Pero sa ngayon, wala. Hindi ako mag-boost. Natamad ako.
Uy, puta, ano mo nagalit?
My territory, my rules.
Nagalit, tingnan mo.
Naging malakas yung race, pre. Nag-ano lang, nantitrip lang yan.
Kaya pala.
One enemy remaining.
Dito? Papunta ka na, papunta ka.
Feel the Heretics really making sure there's no naughtiness to be had here by Paper X.
And
here's where the regen armor comes in because there's still 3 players that don't have to rebuy in the next round. So this is why so many people are liking this buy. You see it in a flash.
Nice one.
Death is all, friends.
And some of the lows, of course, but if you get the best out of these 2 teams
Paint,
today,
check.
it could be
Charges, check. Brakes.
as we've just seen a couple of those the day before. It's just about which version of these teams approaches the stage.
That's the scary thing, though, is to try and understand what it takes to activate that level in both of these sides. We've seen that confidence lacking with something at times, but the earlier games, he looked magnificent. Arguably some of the best form I've seen him in, but in those last couple of games, certainly. With that and then Heretics, hell, we all know those highs and lows, but a solid beginning here from Heretics. Protocol list working well, forcing off something, allowing the score come.
Pushing something back. This space over towards whatsoever by Paper X. Maybe anticipating an A-pop to be coming through, but Heretics is giving so much room here on the
Sensor trigger. Fire in the hole!
Boom, boom.
Throwing next. Spike planted.
He is left solely alone on B. He does have the support of the utility, sure, but...
Well, here's the wall that just came out from B. Might catch the timing to go back and reinforce.
One inside smoke, one inside smoke.
That's been indicative they're very aware of how Paper X like to play. Penny dropping for Paper X has been silent.
My ult ready.
Potentially to get them through this choke.
Cutting their vision.
Happen now.
Last player standing.
Like I never
Last player standing. 1 enemy remaining.
Takbo to.
Score towards the back of the side, but now going to be pressured and clear. That's a problem. That opens up the bomb, and now you've already got these post-bomb positions working wonders. Heretics, oh dear me.
You're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Miniboo getting out to a 6-0 start. When you're looking at players that can really feel that pressure and have the negative voices going, he's one of them. Get him fired up.
Nag-guess ka nga, Delvin.
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Half by Ray.
Ha?
You're on the defense side.
Nahap mo yun. Hindi.
Nahap yun, ha?
Uy.
Nanonood kasi ako.
Naka-smurf.
Engineer,
hello.
Di mo nasabi?
He and Maldinho were talking some smack, and they ended up losing the game.
I still love it. I
Minus 40. Minus 40 din.
Your game in order to bring the enemy up. The only problem is quiet when you're losing.
You had your fun. My turn.
That game. Once you start going on some kind of losing streak.
And you can't even think of it from Paper X's side, who came off an incredibly hard series against Fnatic, felt what it's like to lose after what's been a fantastic streak from them.
Smurfing kayo.
Internationally doing very well. Back up and then seeing the confidence.
Spike planted.
Good approach. Miniboo on form, you got Benji up and giving it. It could be
Para malaraglag pa tapiyari ko.
Revealing area.
Still inside.
Early, but I think probably necessary.
Die.
Defensive players in.
Diyan ulit sa corner.
But they didn't mess those duelists diving out at all. So you saw.
Last player standing. 1 enemy remaining.
Nice one.
Players pass the vice util within a second. So any one of those on their own would be isolated, but when all of them going together, correct, taking those challenges earlier on.
Come back in on
Combat is a means to an end. And we are the means.
Catching Forsaken almost instantly.
Taking a jig fight to the area and getting battered was actually what was part of the reason Paper X lost this map to Giants. They couldn't stabilize in that game either.
Worries, really.
Yeah, but it's not an amazing map for them. It's one where they've been able to get by with this competition. But I do think there's been worries in Pacific about how...
Get out of my way!
On the defense side, it should be a great comp, but they haven't been able to stop teams on the defense.
Yeah, we're not expecting wonders from this round. It'd be nice to see them just start feeling out the game a bit, get that kind of, you know, feel of this.
Minus 80, minus 80.
It stops something a jig going for that aggro swing. Got to predict them on a high ground setup though as you go around.
Grenade!
Through the motions, at least checking for
Spike down B.
Low na siya, no close nila. Minus 80 yun, minus 80.
Like to be doing, but yeah, very diligent to ensure
Spike planted.
now with that downtime is on their side. Heritage, they're off to a dream.
Enemies revealing area.
Cutting their vision.
Do something.
Yeah, bull dead.
Enemy spotted B. Second comes around this corner.
On target.
One enemy remaining.
Willing to take the ball on it.
It's not like Divine can particularly aid him. Door, smoke. Very little
You
time
fail.
there for Divine to be able to do much. And in a spot, if Rian's hit like that, think back
Outside
to how
of
he
this
was
game,
playing on a set
immortality
recently.
doesn't have
He's
as
been
many
a
day-to-day
monster on
benefits
this
as you
map.
think.
But now, also, Yoruwalt available for mini boosts. I've got up to a 7-0 beginning. Yet to die. That's going to allow you. It's probably your best ult to be able to use on the attack side. Get a ton of information. Run past defensive setups. Coordinate with the rest of the team. Combo with Rian's ultimate. You can combo with Paranoia.
V.
Strong chance of going 5-0 and essentially Paper Rex being out of the map.
Scanning ahead.
Before it's even begun.
But an investment from something that
Long
operates
time,
as
V.
early as financially possible. You heard it there. All coming
Who's
in.
V?
A lot of space off this. Paper Rex opting to try and play close.
Oh. Hello.
My territory, my rules.
Absolutely.
Spike planted.
Oh, I'm worried. I'm really worried. Sales. We're gonna need something special.
Last player standing.
Some life here.
They've got to try to fight over towards this. You'd hate to do it
Oh,
because your
God,
economy's
yeah,
in a
it's
horrible
bad.
place and it's the percentage play to save, but then you're down 0-5.
Oh my god.
Dili na, nagyan na kay sila kay.
Alright, fire in the hole!
Back over towards B. And these are the kind of decisions
Tatago
that
sa
kill
ano,
you.
sa smoke.
If you can't even get into a round, something
And the last
trying to get
thing
posted
they'll
on
see
an aggressive
before
line
they
towards
die.
B main. And he's going to feel like his team needs him, and yet he had no hope of him being involved in this round.
I'm a little worried here. And it's one of those things with Paperex, I do feel they're against the odds team. The amount of times in that G2 series, for
Attacking. Kinsa attacking yan eh.
down a pick,
Attacking
you know,
ang
Forsaken might
TH.
TP in somewhere, he's
Yeah,
gonna be picked,
yeah.
and then suddenly you'll get a bailout from something.
Hello,
or
Leo.
from Jing. Pick any of the other players, they'll get you 3. You always have to give them that little extra room to play it.
Yeah, within a round, I do agree that they'll come back from almost anything. Within a map,
Ooh, that's different.
yeah, that's where I have more questions. I might be
Nakapasok na, nakapasok.
Nowhere to run!
Dashing over the top. Yeah, that jump on a Forsaken.
My ult is ready.
In that spot.
Spike planted.
I shot something.
Dual were.
Last player standing.
Like I
One enemy remaining.
had your fun.
Last player
Low na
standing.
lahat. Low na
One
yun.
enemy remaining.
Scoreline for Paperex may nullify all those exciting
Takbo ko na lang!
sides. Try to support
Di ako matakbo. Nakulong.
those weapons that try to desperately drag across. Still, something with that operator. But Heretics have had every answer so far.
Gagalit naman yan siya, oy.
Incredibly deep on this A
They
line.
don't have a
As this
single
escape
life worth
disappears,
saving.
he's going to stay confident, stay posted. Should be the case in this nation that things are not heading towards an A split late on in the round. Or if they are, that literally everyone is coming to the catwalk. Jing still with the wall, now posts it up. Now you can focus purely
Tawa
on that
mo.
B split.
Pinag-switching sides na nila.
Try to do.
Mamaya lang sakit.
Hindi, dalawa lang kami ni
Those
Ispe.
rotations hard to commit to.
Kami lang ni
They don't even know the wall's there. That's the first that Benji spots them.
Yeah, 44 seconds.
I think they can be very confident that you
Caution
see
here.
the defensive stack towards B. Remember, both duelists managed to get in before with no problem.
Reeling them in.
Smoking, smoking.
Throwing the enemy.
Very similar to before, exactly the same.
Baka mag-rotate.
Isang A pala, oh. Isang B. Isang A, isang B.
Fight over towards
Baka mag-rotate din.
Gun here.
seconds being held at the door. Paper
One enemy remaining.
Dito na dito siya na dito.
That's the team who
Or rotate yata.
What a triple kill from Patman. Benji Fishy left with it all to do. Spike down, no chances. Something again is not going to be...
Nice.
You see that they put a
Match point.
position as well.
Can I get a drop?
Tapusin mo na, Idol
Get a
Jigs.
drop.
Tapusin mo na.
Sige.
Watch party na pagtapos.
That is a huge difference maker. They're still allowing Heretics to actually get into the front of the site and try something. A little more passive than I would expect from Paper Rex, but they're getting their macro in the right places.
Close out there.
No escape.
Gamble, take a risk.
Hey! Reloading.
Rotating, I think.
Biglo.
Yep, rotating.
Oh, rotate na. Soba, pakat ako ng ulo.
Gathered after his
Ay,
triple in the previous round.
overtime.
The vice setup has gone fully over to ace.
May mid up.
The defensive setup.
Okay.
I just can't die in front of it. Yes.
Puta, ano yun?
My territory, my rules.
Again towards something.
The ego on the drone.
I think he wants it. And a missed shot. It's a little upsetting. That's going to sour the mood, I'm sure.
Bina.
This is
Ay na pala.
opening a sight. That's taken away one from the middle, but it does isolate
Spike
the
planted.
remaining, really, for Paper X.
It's definitely confident.
Last player standing.
Maybe those are the kind of plays that you could cool down on.
One side, one stairs.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Noted. 30 seconds. Got a pocket to play from, but Heretics running the court very low.
One enemy remaining.
Side plus.
Time as it is.
Nice try.
Stunning!
Overtime. Switching sides.
Taken.
Oh, this reminds me of this one time where I
Scenario brilliantly handled under very, very amplified pressure.
They need to say she's doing that kind of stuff. It's been a monster all across running Toronto earlier on here at Champs as well. Probably their best player in the win over G2, for example.
Just controlled chaos the way he plays. Standing tall. Brilliant work.
Bailing them out for 4v4 with something disappearing.
Diretso tayo. Pagka recon mo dito, pre, pwesto ka dito, drone ka pa pa side.
Exactly where the Heretics bodies are.
Kaya ba? Ano na, 2-5 na yung score, oh.
Hello, Lexi.
Kaya talo.
Take flight.
Enemy spotted.
Diretso.
barrier deployed. Get
Uy. Hello, Stroke.
sensor trip.
Minus 80.
Last player standing.
The Alpha reveals it all, and something just says, screw it, I guess I'm playing in the corner trying to help you out. Wait for it to seize the plan.
Fire in the hole!
Full main information right now, so they can be confident again that Paper Rex is getting the defenders on B. They've had the stack sight in the right place. Now they know they're trying to do down.
This is a fake.
Switching sides.
Fake too. DP gets
You
taken.
know,
Both
I
of
could
them
just
flying.
out.
And he was wanting to see the before last time. I need something similar to that again. 13 seconds. Heretics trying to move on 10 now.
Parang kapik to ni Dubai. Nice on top man. 3v4.
Close the door.
4v3 postman. A little claustrophobic, but Heretics in a decent position. Something finally got his operator back.
Now goes for the ult.
Wow.
Tee up the remainders.
91st.
Oh my god.
Ladyboo! Pins to the wall.
No peeking.
Oh, but what a trade from Rihanna. Straight back and forth action, but that time is ticking. Pedaling away. Heretics somehow recovering this round. I thought Paper X had a really good shot at that one.
and they would have done. But the key critical kill is that Forsaken goes down defending over towards A. We said it was all on his shoulders.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Refreshing.
But as the pivot went over towards the A side, it's this kill right here.
Switching sides.
Forsaken tries to backpedal, utilizing the steel guard. Can't relieve the pressure, doesn't have
Overtime.
play around.
It's a hard conversation.
Mid to B. Basagin niyo yung market.
Mid to B. Kawawa tayo sa ano niya.
Smoke mo to ah.
Sige. Kawawa tayo dyan sa ano. Sa ano niyan, tripper. Tripper ba tawag?
Naglalurk.
Great, but there he lands an easier one.
Some stuff for him. Start. Forsaken.
Come on, let's go.
Careful, doesn't get away from this. Paranoid goes in. We wanted to hunt. Does at least clear out wine, but
Okay. Basagin niyo yung market ah.
towards A main.
Patayin niyo pre. Patayin niyo.
Spike down mid.
Double center.
Revealing area.
Then it wouldn't be the world's
Last player standing.
Naka-O din ni isa din sa kanila.
Switching sides.
Replay stack on A, so
You're up. Stay safe.
I-rip. Hindi, may deadlock sa B. Yung deadlock na sa B.
It's really tough when your jet is already inserted A main. You don't really want to go for it.
Forsaken sees nothing. Is that?
I think he caught Woot at the very end there.
I don't quit. That's kind of big. So they are still trying to play this B take, right? They've just smoked off CT.
Deploying drone.
Nag-smoke dito, nag-smoke.
And now that util comes in.
Grenade!
Something with a great strike towards Minibu. Dives in head first. Operate at such a high level. Leaving
Lonel.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Elbow.
down A.
Elbow pa din siya pre.
Bomb by down.
Switching sides.
You know, aggression coming out from Pac-Man like he called out.
Looks good, bro.
The info, especially when they're in a 5v5.
Overtime.
He just called out glimpse on Woot towards the end. Maybe even if they wanted to, had they not left Woot there early on.
That's the first time I've ever seen a stance.
Drone ko muna.
It's got to be a different experience coaching this squad compared to love those anchor setups versus PaperX, who are always looking to make the play, take the fight. But in that spot,
Dropping smoke.
who are already up front.
Lahat tayo dun na ano.
Nagwala. Wait lang.
Throwing net.
Baka may saplak. Sigurado ako.
Sige, ako na.
Okay.
As a duelist, and I think that is also why it's the duelist. Thoughts from
Have a kit. Refreshing.
140 so back right. 1 HP.
Carrier down.
Spike down B.
Quiet now.
One market. Yo, help. Deadlock, help. 1 HP so back.
Right here.
Oden.
Scanning ahead.
Ayun, nag-ping po. Market.
Last player standing.
on the site.
Switching sides.
I would say pre, di kaya rin.
For the enemy to suffer.
Ay, maniwala eh.
Yes, they've absolutely seen both players now. Congregating towards market. How do they deal with them? Market steps in, but changing up the parking just a touch. Not towards switch anymore.
They got the site completely for free, so now Rien's can even save this ultimate to fight them. Probably going to use it as PaperX go for the retake.
Ooh, look at this three-man walk down middle. This could be very, very nice. This puts Rian's right in the crosshairs.
Revealing area.
PaperX, every single angle, every single approach. Nice shot still.
Smoke dito, next smoke.
Trade from something. Now it makes Heretics feel pinned to this site.
There goes the ultimate.
Mid.
Spike down mid.
Ando spike.
You won't get to live if they time this right, but this is everything. Benji gets away with the real one, but standing here
Spike down mid.
Lone, exit yun, exit.
The time as well was just so long. It's a great play from PaperX to go and pressure the flank, knowing the Rians is going to be playing around there. But too slow on everything that they're doing. Benji even playing outside of the range of the recon.
One enemy remaining.
Shields ready. Taking too much of it. What a freakish performance from the Chaos. We were just talking about PaperX being the victims of that, but Woot, not too bad himself. Turkish duo on the top of the table for Team Heretics.
It's getting a little bit scary for PaperX here.
30 seconds left.
Still the nerve.
Idodrone na nila, pre. Nice game.
Switching sides.
O, diba? Ang
Good punish on the overconfidence. Woot triggering the
GG
wall before
stream.
his body in front of it.
No.
I recognized it as soon as that car burst came out.
Play lang nga stream.
As well. Maybe
Play
a little
lang.
early, but at least it reinforces.
I-keep lang ang streaming ka.
Did they go for the peak?
Surely something would every day of the week, right? You're seeing a little bit of hesitation, a slight difference, but information had and enough to that slight approach.
And they're also already up in a 5v4.
Nakuha lang ang kwan.
Not
Nano.
taking too much of a risk.
Di, bakit nagyapon na mong face nung lisod ko?
How many times have we said, how many times does it get brought back to these 4v4s or even advantageous scenarios for Heretics with that overstep? It's maybe just the right dose of discipline. That wall, actually no, excuse me, the slow comes in now for PaperX, hindering this burst through.
30
Late
seconds left.
presence from Boo could be curious now, that could be a challenge.
30
Late
seconds left.
presence from Boo could be curious now, that could be a challenge they didn't expect. Maybe Boo's gonna note this, but gets found by Jing.
Watch party na, idol jigs.
This deeper hold on the site working so well.
Nanonood na nga ako dito eh.
Okay, I had to take a pause there. That felt a little too scary for PaperX. Showing some real depth of discipline here.
Yeah, the way in which they're controlling A main with Forsaken is allowing them to play those crossfires onto the site. I think that aside from the rounds where Team Heretics have overwhelming ult combos, PaperX have actually stabilized here and figured out a style that works. The only problem is that they went down 0-5
Hello, banana.
on their defense side. So they're going to need an extraordinarily good attack whether or not they win here in round 12.
The bar will be set high for PaperX, but certainly achieve it. But for Heretics, a broken purchase here. Simplistic in stance and eyeing up the A site. It's Forsaken. In a curious spot now. Does he get a reward? Because I don't think we've cleared this. He didn't. But a mess made. Forsaken. Sorry, can someone look at Forsaken? How has he gone away with this? But Boo's at the back of the site. It's all topsy-turvy. Pure chaos from both sides now. A 3v2 advantage Heretics. No plant down yet. Weapons now recovered. They're back in business. But something has something to say. Miniboo isolated away towards A main. And now the plant committed.
This is where you need to see all of that pressure being applied.
Oh, the Benji. The safe Baron
No,
has
dili
for
man
Heretics
set ang
holding on
title,
now as Batman,
Gabi.
the last one to stand. Great pick up here. Find the final two. Not gonna happen. Heretics maintaining dominance on the half.
Just stream.
Incredible performance from them. Great idea of how PaperX were going to play. Great combos towards the end. Good utilization of ultimates. Fast pops. They could be very happy about this opening. And usually we'd be talking about PaperX being down and out, but they did recover a 4-8 half against G2 just recently. So maybe it's still possible.
Certainly could be. I believe we have a treat as Lou will be standing by with one of the PaperX family members in the audience here. Everyone turning up now. You don't want to miss this.
Nice, let's go guys, nice.
Et la famille est à l'honneur côté PaperX aujourd'hui for our last day at les arènes
I'm pleased to welcome Pearl, Jing's mom that you already know, and Hannah, who is Forsaken's auntie. First of all, thank you for joining me, ladies. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Hannah, is that, you know, your son is known in the whole world, right? But he's not the only one who's very good at Valorant. We also have his brother Kevin, Xcaret, and also Jojo. So what's the secret to such a successful family?
The secret is only praise.
Only praise and family support, is that?
Yes.
Ok, mainly, du coup, première question, c'est quoi le secret pour avoir une famille si pleine de succès? On sait, il y a Forsaken, il y a aussi son frère Xcaret et aussi Jojo, donc c'est quoi le secret des prières et du soutien familial? And Pearl, you were my first interview here at Champions Paris, and some things have happened, you know, since that, especially the photo incident. So can you tell us about it, and can you give us tips to take the best pictures of your son?
Actually, my son is quite photogenic. Any angle is good, but maybe he needs to do more skincare routine. Yeah, he doesn't do any, only cleanser. I have to keep nagging at him to use toner, moisturizer, but he doesn't use all those.
So you're his skincare routine advisor, but he doesn't do it.
Maybe follow me for more skincare tips.
Suivez-la pour plus de tips en termes de skincare. C'est quoi les tips pour prendre ton fils en photo? Parce qu'on a vu qu'elle n'était pas satisfaite d'une photo qui avait été prise de son fils. Eh ben, il est photogénique, mais il fait pas assez sa routine pour la peau. Donc voilà, suivez-moi si vous voulez des tips. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. And we're gonna see if PaperX can show a better face on Ascent right now.
Have you been cleansed, toning, and moisturizing? People need to know.
Yeah, well, I didn't wash my upper lip for a while, and this thing grew on it, so...
Shocking.
That's
Shocking scenes.
I actually think that the response from Forsaken's auntie is an important one too, where she said that the key is praise, right? It's positive reinforcement. I think that's the case here when you're in a team environment too. If you want to build up momentum and you want to try to recover spirits, PaperX down 4-8 here. It's about finding anything in any round that deserves credit and praise to build up your teammates.
So you need like a Zelsis.
Yeah, and I think for PaperX it can be Forsaken when he has a big moment and pops off.
Okay, go back into the second half. 4 rounds were claimed by PaperX. It was a quiet beginning, but at the end they certainly look much stronger. On the other side, Heretics though, staking a good start to this. 8 rounds is a lot to sit on here.
We know what the B exec looks like for PaperX. Jing on top of the box, ready to wall up.
We do. You gotta hope the Heretics do as well. But the blind is great there, actually, forcing them away slightly, and they seem very prepared for that wall. They're not getting the same sort of start here for PaperX, looking for opportunities that aren't being given.
Yeah, well, they realized that there was a 4-player stack on the site, so now they've got to bail away, but they didn't leave anybody as a lurker elsewhere. So now there's a mad scramble over towards Cat. You just hope you don't lose someone to Wu on the cross.
Okay, Wu gets a couple of tags, but nothing to really write home about. Something trying to stick around, but...
Are they going back? Are they going back into Devi's insert? They can hear these footsteps of the mad over-rotate from Team Heretics. Devi has space.
Back and forth we go. There is still Util in the way and a chance to be made for Wu again. How many times did he get this fight and he still loses? Forsaken, Jing, bounding in. Bad for Heretics. They thought they were in the right place at the right time. There's a whole pack of players for PaperX. Just prowling around the map looking for anyone to take a fight.
How Forsaken gets value like that from the jumping right clicks over and over again. It reminds me of them playing Corrode against me too. Now in a 4v2, Boo and Benji with it all to recover.
Cover going out.
Sheriff with Boo. No paranoia though, just the smoke.
He's been hitting.
He has been. He's been sharp.
Yawa ba rin? Nag-answer ko ba? Nag-answer ko assessment, no? Go-pilot na ko. Help ko go-pilot. Ako patang, in 1 to 2 sentences, copy-paste din ako. Abi na ko akong naka-paste kaya ang question. Ako patang, in 1 to 2 sentence, VCT watch party will PRX win.
So that sounds like it was Devi's call to send it back into B. You need that distributed IGL network to support Forsaken.
But also, I love the fact we're talking about praise there. It's there for PaperX, right? Just say, thank you for listening. Thank you for being on board with that call.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Nice to see. At this point, you're going to look at the purchase coming through for Heretics. It's very weak. Obviously, just that share. On the other side, surrounded. It could be Divine having down
Reset.
the pistols. Everyone else is doing relatively well.
Like I said, Paper X did actually manage to recover a 4-8 half with the sides the same way. They got the 4 on the defense side, and then they ended up getting 9 rounds on their attack against G2 here. So it's possible, especially when Paper X get into their flow state and barrel you over. This round, Patman pulling attention towards B, which is the gamble, and Paper X are looking to end on an MTA
Go,
side.
go away, go away, go away, go away.
Shouldn't be too many problems here.
This looks quite clear cut.
Oh, that's a
Good reads
man.
from Paper X so far. Approaches. Heretics taking a couple of gambles. Don't mind it. So try and make something happen. I want to see if Paper X can keep this nice and clear cut, build up those finances. And something of Forsaken certainly doing. That is Boom to answer back, but by now it is a Paper X shutdown. Clear, simple stuff, and something getting involved, building that ult up nice and early.
I love the way that Devi uses his Vice Flash in spots like that. He saves it as a post-plant flash, puts it on a back wall, and then as the retakers are coming in, it doesn't matter what map it is, bang, it pops, and you can just fight with it all together. He gets so much value out of this pick. But here's the round to decide whether Paper X can start applying serious pressure to Heretics. Woot with only a judge to work with. We're talking on the desk about who's going to pick up the op. Is it Miniboo? Is it Woot? Moment, they just don't have the finances for it.
Bated breath here, really. Miniboo. Thought about a glimmer or a glance down middle, but got against it. Already early work to clear out the utility. He's making no subtlety about this. It is their bonus. Well invested, however.
Nahurot na ang kay Dois. Nga cookies. 6 ka boxes, surot na. Yeah, gidala man yun sa UP ka ganina kasi UP ba naman yatod.
Who's traditionally quite good at this sort of position. Very nice at kind of calling when to sit back a little bit deeper, when to fall off this, when to challenge on that space. Gonna go in.
He has been pushed off. It's good re-smoke. They are missing flashes. None available here for something.
They're going to be playing at the back of the site though. Top right box, Paranoia goes in, and Heretics playing a little bit disconnected from sight, but respecting the smokes. I want to look at Woot. If he does decide to go for something naughty, he does. And there's the counter swing as well. Woot does that well, but it's Jake to ping Miniboo right to the back of the site. So they've given themselves a path forward, but it doesn't feel secure.
Well, Paper X are just going to try to take fights now. You're in a 3v4. Get the plant down. See. Got the reposition from something. Well, he's gone all the way over to Cat. What a risk. Pays off.
Yeah, he lives for these moments. Heretics got to be calm under pressure here. Even in a disadvantage numerically, Paper X feel like they have a bit of an upper hand, right? It feels scary now as that time begins to tick. They got to make a move, but mostly passing through heaven. Kind of isolating and kind of denying something a trade forward, but Woot just bounds in, barrels in. Something now can be shut out of the round here. Door can be shut in his face. What are you meant to do? Nothing. Heretics. By hook or by crook, pathing incorrectly there, avoiding the trap, something being disconnected.
It's a bold play to go for in the end. Players on site can't hold on against Woot. It's a really nice play to punish Forsaken, anticipating he's going to teleport into the hardest spot. And then clearing Jenny with the judges, really nice. And the dash across to get info, close the door. A great round to stabilize things here for Heretics. They still don't have an op online, but they'll start getting their feet under them economically. And put the pressure back on the attackers. Yeah.
Something still 2 away from ult, 1 from Forsaken. It's not exactly the most imperative, but let's see how it looks now. Just pacey something. Oh, there he is! I said just those glimpses of what this man can do every now and then, but a fast fight found towards Miniboo. Big space gained. He's applying more pressure.
Nice usage of the clone there, trying to take a fight forwards. And Woot jiggles, sees Forsaken. Both players giving a little bit of respect. Woot actually with the confidence to get back on the angle with the one-way. So still gaining a lot of info for his team here. He's actually over pushing this Sniper Eva.
Does Paper X even consider that? Absolutely not. Forsaken none the wiser until now. And he loses out. Woot does very well there. Almost playing too far ahead, but it's going to get them something. But look at something's positioning then. Talk about unorthodox. Scaling through CT, but a good trade. Boo's still going to do damage, but Paper X taking the back roads towards the site. Support's on the way, but it's still going to be Woot, isolated and alone. He has to stay alive. For Paper X, they'd love to get him out of that position.
Yeah, Divide can't challenge this alone though, surely. He does and he wins it.
I can't believe he's gone for that. And there's that post-plant flash you were complimenting before. But Benji looking sharp on the pickup, bending Jing, he knows. The Batman's here as well. And they've got to know where Divide was. But a 1v2, Divide always capable.
Oh, what the fuck?
Divide with a red ball clutch. Reminding you exactly what Paper X can do.
What a round from Divide. He takes a solo challenge in against Woot. If he loses that, that's the round gone.
It's wraps.
And Benji is the weak player. He swings out and picks off Rians with a perfect headshot. An immaculate round played. Relief. And maybe even a tinge of frustration actually there, despite the round one. But it keeps Paper X in the game.
But they needed that. We talk about it, right? How many times will they get bailed out by a multi-kill, some confidence, some flair? Paper X way working in this round to keep that gap from extending too far.
And now you see the Euro ult available.
Time to jump.
I think a lot of them might come down to tight spacing. You've got an opportunity here to combo it with the Paranoia if you fake a B split and then go back over towards Cat. We'll see what Forsaken's got in mind.
You are outnumbered out there. Spot some of the util being placed. So a touch of awareness. But it's something still posted up towards Pizza, so it's certainly not an easy challenge. And you can see Heretics respecting this. They don't fancy it at all, right? Sitting deeper towards side, not even playing from switch.
Time to jump.
Here comes that ultimate. Where's it headed? Looking to try to put pressure onto those B anchors.
I've never seen a team exploit mid this much, right? This deep as well. Looking to pincer towards that B side. TP gets taken, he wants to take it towards that back B. But still, there's losses on the way. This isn't comfortable. Something they want to find Mini Boo, but they did lose out on Jing.
They've walled themselves off from being able to go back into the A site now. Can they go Cat maybe? But then you'd have to go through Woot.
Oh, that's how you go through him apparently. With surgical precision from something.
Hello, Adipate.
And now he wants to catch the rotates, keep him locked in here. They've manipulated the map so well. The spike on the way and something's still firing. These are the glimpses. These are the team that strikes fear into your heart. Paper X looking back to business. But the way they're getting to these sites, man, is wild.
It's crazy. Most teams there, and you saw it from Heretics in their attack side, are going to have a game plan off barrier drop to just Euro ult, try to take some space, set up a really common play with it. Instead, something's trying to take a challenge, a 1v1, with ult in hand over towards market, and then they go through into spawn and wall off. I mean, it's unusual pathing. Maybe it's something that Alex and Mini have cooked up specifically for those dangerous rounds, because as a defender, that is not something you're anticipating.
Right here.
You're ready for the more common ideas. That is such a weird one-way. What on earth is that from Boo?
I don't know.
I mean, it's one that you could imagine them fighting, but you're looking at it and your alarm bells are going off.
Probably they think something's a bit weird.
All right, well, that's a more common one.
This is where it gets tough. Boo really wants in on this fight, but Woot already had to back away, unable to synergize on this.
He has been a hero already in big rounds for Team Heretics.
Here.
And he's the only player that's really got any danger. Paper X know he's here. Some of the rounds where Paper X have been punished in these anti-ecos is because they cut noise re-hit into a stack.
Live.
And it does look like that's what Forsaken might be calling for them to do again. I'm not saying it's a high chance, but we will be given a
change your
mirrored on both sides. The Outrun, I don't think they really press through and see too much.
Bisaya ka.
Paper X continue like this. Heretics just holding the firing squad ready on the other side. Smoked off for now. Flash comes in and they scurry. They try and vanish for just a moment, but something can find Rians. Where did you just get that? Riz comes in, it's emergency. Call the cavalry, call support. Patman barrels in, he wants some. Leaving just Root alive now, 1v2, 2 bullets. He's seen him. Jing spotted, 13 seconds. Woot's still alive here, but Jing, known for these miracles, brings Woot down to size. He's going for the plant. This is outrageous from Woot. Massive impact. You said he's a danger. He absolutely is.
Sino kalaban? PRX
That is an
versus Team
unbelievably
Heretics.
good round from Wu, and Rian's also being able to pick off a couple.
How did you get this?
Oh my god, it's a Kalat in A main. That's disgusting. I think Alex and Minion will be horrified at the call though, to go back into a full
Mas
stack like
malakas
that.
ka, Lele, wag kang
You see the
papayag.
frustration there on Alex's face.
Hello,
It is
Kiyomi.
something the Paper X frequently go for, and they offered a chance where there was no need for one. And now Miniboo gets up in hand, looking towards
Malakas
mid,
ka.
and they're challenging Woot
Si
again
Woot
out
kasi
here.
yun.
This
Yung
time he
Jet.
wants to stand his ground though. Does the
Paranoia.
dash
Si Woot. Yung
and will take
nag-clutch.
a step away. But an early fight found, and they've been able to control the space. But the Paper X having a look at the other side
Oh,
now.
pusta, bigay, pusta.
Something's able to pick up an ult orb in B main. You've got another really good combo that you can run. This could be the round where you go back to that B exec.
They're going for Device.
This round seems like it should be about the Sovas. Can Riens get a good defensive ultimate off before Patman can get in?
Well, here we go. The Kings of Chaos are on the way, and they've got themselves a good opportunity on this. There's the combination of the ult coming in as well. That's going to put them under pressure. Forsaken flies in. It's something to get the reward of the kill, but Benji, still alive, gets his gun back out, but the site is clear. This is
I told you. I told you. Ganyan. Nagpapakaba talaga yung PRX.
Paper X, they batten down the hatches. They don't let this happen. Paper X.
Na para bang hindi tayo
Lovely adaptation
nakakapay.
on the fly. Investing in Device ult, and it works exceptionally well.
Yeah, much better decision actually than going for the Yoru ult. That one really worked a treat. And they pinned Riens into sight. You see the amount of pressure that this guy's under. When
Take
he's
your
in
time,
a
bye.
great position to anchor, it's normally on the other side of the site, back in a comfortable position, taking shots one after another over towards lane. In this round, I would have liked to see him sat back more towards spawn to get value out of the Sova ultimate. But that round, well put together, well thought out, and Paper X, despite losing on an anti-eco, keep this momentum going, keep the train running, and they've knocked Heretics down again onto a light buy.
Yeah, and seriously enough, Paper X timeout as well.
That is strange. And maybe it's because they had such a disaster just a couple rounds ago on an anti-eco situation, but burning your last timeout when you're at 9-10, and you haven't even secured tying the game up yet, never mind finding the edge to get you into the lead. It's an odd one.
Yeah, it is strange. Heretics obviously now with a chance to check in too.
Yeah. Sometimes in these positions, it might just be something within the comms, something mental perhaps. Hard for us to judge on the outside if it isn't tactical.
9-10. Occasional glimmers here from Heretics, and it was getting away with murder pretty much on that one round. We saw it there, round 18. Beyond that, this has been Paper X step by step in this back through, right? They've actually tied this scoreline up near on here. One more round. What am I seeing in middle? Just, okay, 4-man stack. And it's worked, at least for one. And then look at the damage on Forsaken. Luckily, Jinx still alive. It's going to be able to hand off the heal.
It's a really
start.
Yeah, it's a really nice eco idea. It's putting the Marshal with the Sheriff so you can get a body shot and just wipe a player out immediately. It's a Marshal Sheriff that took down something, and now it's swapped hands over to Benji Fishy, but the whole of the B site now Forsaken.
Yeah, this is
Play
nice.
the rest of his team in.
That feels dangerous, but they should be able to find stability here. Chip, though, getting curious, has the door at his way, but the plant should be now in, so the time will be on Paper X's side, but everyone's going to be locked into this side.
Just about hitting shots at this point for Heretics if they want a chance in the round. Boo goes and recovers a Vandal. I mean, I'd want to give that over to Woot. Woot has been electric.
I'm with you on that, and it looks like he might be. He gets the chance to. Devi is ice trained on this, so if they go too far, that barrel may show. There it is. Just a pixel out of place. And Paper X holding this down. No opportunities given. A little danger at the start, but it's been quelled swiftly as discipline kicks into effect. Paper X bringing us back to 10 apiece. Showing this grit and determination they certainly have in droves.
In terms of feeling confident, there's nothing better than a comeback to get your mental in a good position. The pressure is now on Heretics, and you you might think the Paper X of the team are more risk of a mental collapse because you just saw it yesterday, choking that 9-1 lead against Fnatic, losing 12 rounds in a row. But remember that Heretics themselves are defined by their incredibly coin-flippy gameplay and those losses in big grand final spots. They'll have to rally, and Woot now picks up the off.
Paper X starting to feel like themselves again, look like themselves again. All here for something. See this commitment now. Trailing in towards the A site. Now, Curiosity peeking. Ooh, speaking of peeking, almost too many targets in middle. So Woot's going to be the one to draw blood first.
There's a great advantage of playing the double duelist. Can they get another punish onto Patman?
This time it's a little bit more isolated for Woot though. He's in a bit of trouble and something going to compound that. They've come back for the fight.
Oh, what a bad decision from Patman there. I don't know why he takes that engagement.
It felt like desperation, but they're the ones who brought this back to 10 apiece. Great combination on the ults there. Jing is in trouble. A 1v4 required. Playing towards heaven. He's got all 4 players coming his way. Owl drone thrown into the mix. He can't stand his Heretics. Given the fights they wanted in middle, I'm surprised Paper X fell into that trap.
Yeah, I think obviously with something trying to bail Patman out at the beginning, that all makes sense. And then Patman re-swings to try to take an engagement here. Goes super deep out onto Catwalk. You're hoping that you could just catch people off guard, but like you said, that plays completely into Heretics' hands. The double duelist comp on defense wants to fight in mid, wants to lean on the incredible rifling.
And just for clarification's sake, that last time out, it was Heretics. We were sitting there going, there's no way. Well, it wasn't. It was Heretics trying to get themselves back on the right page because look, you can see that timeline. In bits and pieces, 3 rounds this half, but they're still just in the lead. A quick reminder for Paper X to keep that mental fortitude in the right place, and for Heretics that it's not over yet. A slow and steady march back for Paper X though. Woot looking to try and be confident here.
Both duelists holding hands, making it feel possibly like there's only one of them there. Miniboo, as he leaves, inserts Woot in position with the op.
Woot might get a challenge on this. They're coming back around. The one-man stand against 5. Ult gonna come through. He is alone. He gets revealed. He has to fall off this now. He tried to stick around as late as he could, but it looks like the flood's coming nevertheless. Paper X at the door. Oh! Ariane sends him away. Stunning shot, but something still headstrong in approach. But there's the burst from Forsaken. Battering down 2.
That is such a sick TP play from Forsaken, and it's still a 3v3. Woot could do damage here.
Hello, Tokyo.
Paper X have taken a pause, trying to be disciplined, trying to bait Boo into a fight. Woot could be a legend here if he's able to pull it off with the op and the knives.
But he needs his team to keep them funneling towards him near on, get that support right, but they want to fight on CT. The right choice made! That's Forsaken! Wanting to get 5!
Forsaken ace.
They've got a great idea where Woot is, and they're leaving him
My love.
the final prey.
My love. Let's go. My love. My love. My love. Uy. Ang dami na namang ang dami. Tawag nito. Uy, dagan na kayo yung predictions, shot call. Will this map go to overtime? Yes. Ay, no. Dapat no pala, no. No ang aking sagot, no. Gitry ni wala ba ang kwan? Shot call beta.
But Forsaken with an ace to get up close to the top of the scoreboard. Something's having a good game individually.
After Neil game, I will change.
This is tense stuff, and Heretics trying to find any means to stay alive here. The plan's been seen, though. We're going to be left alone.
Ooh.
Doesn't bail out, and Paper X push
No ang
forward.
answer ko, no.
Head first here. Boo standing in their way, but only with a classic. It ain't much to try and stick around with. Gives them a passing bit of damage, but it's
Na
really
para bang isa siyang?
in the arms of Boo to do something about it. The door is shut on him. Paper X.
Na para bang isa siyang
I don't know
ano?
how they pulled this one back, but they certainly have. It's looking like 12 to be card on the board.
Lapis na tinatas ha.
Down on 5 HP now, no trade, but still
Ikot-ikot lang.
barely breathing.
This is where you're looking for Paper X not to overheat. And Woot.
Isa ba siyang susi kinakalikot?
Drag Heretics through with his Blade Storm. Again.
How much can one man do? We saw it in the hands of Forsaken just last round, but Woot needs to
Nice.
kindle some of that magic
Let's
himself.
go.
There's that flash. Gonna connect, but Woot the first man
Wala
in. Finds the
talagang
man, drops
masasubmit
it.
na paper ngayon.
Can't do it! Paper X pushing up to 12. After a
Kung saan
disastrous
na ang
first
imuhang
half,
kuhan? Uy,
have
delay
recovered
man na
and then
imuhang
some here.
stream, uy.
That's the
I-refresh
grit,
na
that's
mo
the
YouTube
mental game
dabi.
that you need to see coming out from them. Brushing off.
Delay.
The greatest players always have short memories when it comes to matches.
I-refresh ka nag-buffer
You can't
siya.
allow yesterday's
Mga
match,
gito lang.
even the previous
Ayun.
map, to affect how you're playing.
Bisan gani og ka lang.
The moment in front of you.
Bisan gani sa MPL. Di ba
Heretics though
tuluman na
back with rifles in
as
hand. No ults to speak of.
Aduha,
physically, and Divide one away
Tagalog
from a steel
o
garden. So
English,
pressure is going to be
Filipino
massive here for the
English.
EMEA squad.
English kay gaon ang Tagalog kay delay or ang Tagalog may gaon ang English may delay.
Under
Sa Twitch kay delete mo.
heavy
Buffer gid siya.
scrutiny, but will back off from this, but it looks like Paper X want to scale fast.
Mo ganing pag mag-lag. Pag mapansin ako mga tugay kay ang delay good sa imong mga
Make a
tingog.
lot of noise.
Sa call
Divide
sa
off the
stream
kill.
kay gina-refresh na ako ang
Trying
kuhan.
to take the angle.
Oh!
Hala, mali ang
Gibit ni.
And now, options are plenty for Paper X.
What the fuck
This is
you
their
bait
canvas to
me?
paint it how they
Wait,
want.
it's a 4v3?
But Divide falling, that was the big ultimate that Paper X had to work with. So he does a great job of being able to pick up two, don't get me wrong. But now, they might just have to try to take guns out against Benji Fishy. He is weak.
He's done it
45 health.
before and he's gonna do it again. Nice
He
one.
must be a hero.
It's 4v2.
He's done it before, but this has not been one of his highlight games. There's a lot, and that is a quick death. Maybe a blessing at this point. But Paper X doing
Something them,
everything necessary over deliveries by Divide, but we'll take it when you get it.
This will not go to an overtime. No overtime. Para tama akong prediction, please.
Oh, yeah.
So close. Boot, a great performance, but great may not be enough against this team. Paper X looking to right their wrongs from that previous series.
Oh, nice one. One.
To get that
Okay,
mental,
1v2,
to get that
1v2.
confidence, to get
1v2,
that danger
1v2.
and fire back again,
No clutch.
but Woot steps in, bold with the first, but he can't follow up to now. Boo with all to do.
Let's
Two players, the time is
go.
running low. He knows his options
go.
are limited, but he's going down swinging.
Tama akong shot
Two
call.
bullets and a prayer is not enough today.
Batman.
Is Paper X.
An exact replica of Paper X's victory on Ascent against G2.
Wala, mali akong prediction kay something by.
Monstrous comeback
I
on the attack side.
underestimated
They
him.
are so good in these spots.
I haven't seen the Eiffel Tower yet, so we need to win.
Dude, you are leaving
Mali mga Twitch account. Uy.
Huh? Huh?
Oh, tanaw daw si mo sa Twitch account. Tatanaw daw kasi mo Twitch account.
Twitch ako.
Tatanaw kasi mo Twitch account.
Unsay ha?
New iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the
Unsay
tab.
ako? Unsay ako patanaw?
Handsome and
Sa Twitch.
hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new
Itong
iPhone
kaganina,
17 Pro
balik
on
na.
us on the best 5G
Huh?
network.
Ah,
Where
okay.
else would I get it, right?
An update is required. Financial system updating.
Yung sa tanang shot call duhar akong tama. Isti. Ayun na lang.
System updated. The future of money is here. Feels good.
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with VALORANT. If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
So looking for revenge.
There's the shorty. Goes crazy.
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation.
Heretics have come back all the way.
Finally, we won. Finally.
Si Crush. Pwedeng...
Sabay ka? Tara!
Actually, pwedeng akin na lang yung fita.
Share mo na lahat, pero pag fita,
Sa'yo na lang, jet plane ko!
pag tamis alat sarap,
Fita ko to!
Jen here with Coach Alex of PaperX. Alex, we saw Team Heretics having a hot start in the beginning, but you guys really managed to sustain the effort and the energy that was needed to close this out. So finding peace in chaos, how has that become part of your identity, especially after yesterday?
I mean, it's been a bit difficult. We had long talks yesterday about how to do this better. I still think that we are very, very nervous, but
Hello, Asia.
I think with the first match out of the way, I think it should be a lot better.
How are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
Okay, but good luck, ease up, relax, and best of luck.
Real from Coach Alex of PaperX there. I totally understand. Welcome back, everyone. Now, if you were watching the first half and you were like, oh, wow, the Heretics looking, pretty good. You got up for a second, maybe did what I did, went to the bathroom for a moment,
and you
right?
missed out.
And out of nowhere, you started to see PaperX just inch by inch getting back into this game. And Bea, it felt like this was Heretics' game to win, but PaperX said, nah, not today.
They started off so strong, such a good lead, an 8-4 half starting from the attack. We can see that in the numbers here, Wood having such a day, and then PaperX just remembered something that Alex was saying in the press conference of them not seeing that they have the agency to go for the sick plays. PaperX remember that they can actually do that.
Yeah, I'm
So
glad
they
you
did.
mentioned some sick plays, because that brings us to our HyperX Reflex moment, because Devi doing what Devi does best. Brent, we talked about this in the pre-show, and this is exactly why you want this dude on your team in these pivotal moments.
This is a crazy round because he takes a solo fight, which he could have lost. Woot had full main control trying to take this fight. Then he's left in a 1v2 clutch towards the end. ISOs the fights perfectly. It took Herculean efforts across the board from almost everybody on PaperX. It started with the first round on the board from Patman. Devi was putting up numbers, Forsaken as well. You can pick your poison with the amount of clips they were giving us to put for our HyperX Reflex moment, but Devi, as the deliverer in a round like this, pivotal.
The Forsaken Ace, yeah, we could have used a lot of them. To me, it's also the use in the recon might have been good against any other type of players,
Yeah.
but for PaperX, you just tell them where you are and he will go and shoot.
Now they could just see you shoot.
Terrible
See
idea.
you shoot them faster. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
terrible idea.
Like, it's absolutely
You just
wild
separated
stuff
yourself, yeah.
that we see from PaperX as they manage to claw their way back into the game and take map 1. But now that sets the stage for map 2. Let's see what's going on over in the Heretics camp.
Jen here with Nilzinho of Team Heretics. Really just urgency for mental fortitude. How much did you guys talk about that after map 1?
Yeah, quite a lot. Again, I think for us, we had good mental. We just chose to take the wrong fights at the wrong time, basically. I want them to be confident. I want the boys to be confident. But against a team like PaperX, if you give them free kills, which we did on the second half, they punished us. So that's the goal going into the next game. I think we played really well in the first half. We need to do the same again and just kind of tighten up and, yeah, have good, strong mental and try to play together as a team.
If you don't mind me asking, was it harder to regroup for you guys because it was so close?
Nah, not really. A loss is a loss, so it is what it is. We move on. We took the positives from that game because there was a lot of positives. So we just focus on that for the next match.
Thank you and best of luck.
And he's right, there were a lot of positives from that match. It just did not correlate toward the end of the map there where PaperX found those critical rounds. But if you want to talk about some positives for Heretics, we're going to Bind. And even though this is going to be a choice for PaperX, let's not forget that this was a map, Brendan, where we saw Heretics really show some dominance in that closeout victory against Giant X.
Yeah, they chopped it up with their comp too. I mean, they're running the kind of DRX style of play with this Euro and the Waylay. I'm curious to see if they do continue with it. Looks like they are as well, just hovering over it, because I want to see as well with more reps what this team can do. It looked a bit disjointed. I think Nilzinho hit the nail on the head in terms of them giving away too many free kills, not having players in position to perhaps trade it. This comp really tests your ability to play tightly together, making sure you're playing off the kind of ping-pong approach of the Euro and the Waylay when you're going in. You're going to see this. They're starting their attack side too, so we're literally going to get a test immediately to see if they've learned and improved, because if they don't, it's their season, it's their year, it's done, it's finished.
I wonder what approach PaperX is going to take playing against this composition, because of course with them, it is them picking this bind to be their home ground, and we saw some teams given the space, just playing for the retake. I feel like PaperX probably is the one that is going to go on the hunt mostly, maybe leaving space and being very quick on those flanks and on those rotations. I want to see how they face up against it, because I think that something did find a lot of form in that second half, and I really think he can keep up that momentum.
You look at these compositions and it screams aggression. There's opportunities abound for both squads to be really able to take it to their
Imagine your
opponents if they're
sibling
not
not just
careful.
passing
Heretics
fast.
are going to look to get a
Starting.
little creative
Imagine
with this mosquito comp here, and it makes me wonder if
finds
whether or
their
not
job
PaperX
with
is
a
ready for
strong
it.
skill
Yeah, I
set
think they are. They
and
picked Bind
competing
for a reason. I
globally.
think they saw something they
Isn't
like.
it
But this
nice?
is it. Do or die. It's the final chapter potentially for Heretics. If they want to continue their story, it has to be here. It has to be now.
All right, let's find out if we can make it to map 3. Send it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy in Sideshow.
And as Brent said, this could be the final chapter here, especially for Heretics. So time to put pen to paper and rewrite that story. An opportunity is in front of them. They have this comp to come in with. But how do you think this fares up against PaperX? Is that preparation there? Do you think they're informed to take this 2-0?
When I saw Team Heretics play this comp most recently, and it was a fairly late adjustment for them, it didn't look as well executed, as disciplined. It didn't look like they'd put as much time into it. It's been a little while now, and they've got a match to go back and look over. Something they were doing a lot was Miniboo with his dash, throw a saturate, and refract. And that was supposed to set up, you know, Woot or Rians and somebody like that for the kill. But it was like that was the main idea that they thought of, whereas you look like a team like DRX have so many different ideas with this comp. I think this is going to test the players, test their ability to come up with new ideas and be creative under pressure. And a lot of it's going to be, in my opinion, looking towards Miniboot. Because he did fall off a little bit in that second half on Ascent, went 2 and 12 on defense after having a really good attack side. So if you can pick himself up again here on the entry, maybe he can wipe away those thoughts of elimination. There are 3 players in spawn. They are simply rotating off noise.
That's madness. Just waiting for the go signal, which is towards A. So actually worked out quite well, understanding maybe the simplicity of this composition. That early TP is in effect. They are surrounded on all fronts. Heretics walking into a massacre. PaperX, right place, right time, and absolutely landing everything. This is going to be a horrific wake-up call for Heretics. Again, the caliber so high here in Champions. You don't get rest. You don't get easy rounds.
It's just a perfect anticipation as well, isn't it, of exactly what Heretics were going for. If it was a B hit, you would have seen those 3 players in spawn go over towards where something was playing. Instead, something dives through the teleport and puts pressure on Heretics. Woot with it all to do. He's been fabulous, but you're never winning in that spot. You're just never winning. PaperX had 5 players ready to fight and a gate crash over to B if there was a pivot in the mid round. There's util, there's spam.
Oh.
You just can't get
There's no way out. There's no way out, man.
Once you've been hard red like that, the pistol round is over. And it's a bad start. Bad start for a Heretic squad who are playing on their opponent's map pick. A map they're not great at, not super comfortable on. And it's for their champion's life.
Talking about understanding tendencies and kind of getting those sort of reads. I mean, he's watched Heretics a long time now as well. Very acutely aware of what's coming in, so maybe some of these little concepts we sat in the pocket there.
I think too, this comp feels like an APAC comp. It feels like a Pacific comp. So I think that's an area as well where PaperX are perfectly happy playing against that kind of style. If it's all in, if it's not very much slow and defaulting and baiting them into overextending, they are great in defensive spots where they can just run at their opponent.
It's almost the PaperX plan, right? In a weird way at times. No one can do it quite as good as them. And look at this again, just another opportunity to go farming. Bloody hell, and this is how it goes. It's too early in the day to be witnessing stuff like this. It ain't past the watershed. PaperX, man. What are you doing to him?
That's the second round in a row that Heretics have tried to get out through showers. It's been met with a barrage of utility, so no go in that scenario. Heretics were actually focused a lot more on B execs when we last saw them play on Bind. So maybe just trying to mix things up early on and work off the fact that they think PaperX will have done some anti based on that last match result. But they've got to get on the board here. And it's dangerous weaponry. You see something with the judge and the fights that PaperX take, I am always worried that they can get huge value out of picks like that.
Here we go. More standard start, right? Default out, take your time.
But not actually going up B long, or even using a Prowler to put pressure over there. The single haunt being used has pulled Batman over in this direction. Look at the A site slightly, but it's not like Team Heretics are putting presence too far forwards. Here comes a defensive Prowler, goes through Garden and over to try to check the spot that Benji's watching towards. And only now Heretics go for the creep up, contacting, trying to find a fight.
You can't ignore Luca, right? Because that crossfire will kick into effect, even if it's the judge there.
They can smoke it off though. Boo's still with 3 to work with. And then Benji can go really late, but it's very dangerous.
Okay, now starting to split back across, looking like a 3-2. And the curiosity killing Divide there pretty much. Maybe wanting that information. Something has to play into the corner.
Oh, no.
No. This could be a disaster. And he's waited. He knew there was a fade nearby as well. It is another massacre again. Heretics can't get past any choke point at all. They are being strangled out of this game.
That's an incredible blunder from the most consistent player on Heretics.
Mag-race Jing, no
kusog
kayo siya.
Put the Prowler into the corner properly there. That's the whole purpose of that piece of utility.
I swear, mag-race Jing yun.
You know, Alex was saying that they are nervous out there. But he doesn't
Is
look
to?
it. He looks composed in a spot like that.
Gimasakar sila. Kada sulod na lang nila gago.
But a devastating one.
Something even Len Riens know, right? Standing up, telling him. Could shake a lesser player.
Wala na po sila
feeling
kwarta.
iced out here, right? You've not had a glance in. It feels like they haven't even been able to get towards the sides particularly. Locked off by Shower. Locked off here toward B. And something times takes strides here. A show of dominance. Now stay is welcome, but has to be cautious. Still a threat to be found.
Yun ay lagi akong mic.
Stingers, Sheriffs, looking for an opportunity.
Or yun ay ko sa imo.
They've got it. Lovely clear. Finally, Heretics looking like there's a fire underneath them.
Yun ay lagi sa imo lagi.
Throwing caution to the wind there. Miniboot jumps
Wala
into his
na,
own
like,
snake
dili
bite.
pa
Lucky
sa
not to
mga
get punished.
400 ka sa
Somehow,
kuha.
in the chaos, coming away with 2. Paperx not ready for that.
That ends it pretty quick though. He's going to be watched on the drop down by Wood if he does go for it. I'll send out the C's.
Gago na sa tubtanan.
Still a lot of players dedicated towards site itself. Prowler, the Horn coming through. So Paperx feeling like they're getting closer, but they still got
Ano naman na sila? Paperx defending.
Defending.
It's fantastic,
Bang,
but
hurot.
Heretics
Okay.
still holding on. The backline holding this time, turning the MasterCard Thrifty in their favor.
They needed round like that.
Uy, cute lagi to. Alam na siya Ice Bella.
The way even the Rians peeked over towards Fountain was almost like he wanted redemption for the mistake.
Tuwa na si Ice Bear.
He just swung it with a Sheriff. Desperate to try to take a fight. And like I said, it's a bit weird the way that they even engage there. They throw the smokes for frontside control. Miniboo goes diving backwards.
Na, wag yung mahuman na paper ani. Nanalo ko isang oras ay sabi.
It still just works out because they're brave about it. Because they hold W against the Kings at W Gaming. And something's got his operator in this spot. The Prowler broken.
He's still going to be present on the site. Has to fall back a little, but not a lot. New line gathered and a new body to be dropped. Takes away Boo from the equation. Smokes now limited, if not none. This is a problem to be had. 3 players locked in towards long. A pop flash to go for it, and they fancy a look. They fancy a chance. And Divide just bullying. Paperx suddenly looking lethal as ever.
Don't stop. The util to be able to set that up is also remarkably good.
Super sick.
It's Deviu's on the cutting edge of it, but there's a flash horn combo, I believe, up over the top. That is just perfect for them.
Oh.
C's on top too. Double assists off the back of Device 2K. And they stuff Heretics over towards the teleport. Jing was itching to go through the sand crunch with his showstopper.
Nag-join ko sa beta nga shot call wakay kuan kanang nagunay points.
For Heretics to try to make something
Ano
happen.
na siya award.
A little bit worried. The Heretics are just going through emotions here, man. This looks a little bit lackluster still.
Well, they've got great
Nasa kilid.
opportunities here. You know, Rians can take away the
Sa kuan
audio.
natin mo camera ata. Dili na mao. Dili na mao.
Ano lagi? 40 minutes.
Dili ka ni ma. Ana gid ko dili na mauno.
Oh, 14 minutes ago, submissions closed, prediction.
Shot call akong pasabot. Shot call.
The crowd calls for it. And Forsaken will not get it this time.
Akong gisend sa Discord. Kung say no, alang shot call.
But this is 5-1. And Heretics looking shut out.
Forsaken loves taking those aggressive fights over towards short.
Turo ako nasa upper left. If i-hover ni mo sa kuan, upper left, ubos sa title, o ka na. Pero kailangan pa ni mo i-kuan.
Finds the perfect timing and Heretics run into the bullets. I think the only advantage there, the only silver lining for Heretics is that they didn't burn those big ultimates. They were about to set up, I think, for a Fadal Euroworld combo, and they still have that to be able to work with in the next. But they need a run on the board.
Wala mo ka daw.
To say the least.
Ang seryoso ninyo, mura
Mirror
ni.
image of map 1, right? It's the other team getting out to a hot start, and we're asking the same kind of questions. Both of these squads known for having that negative voice in the back of your head. See the body language here from Miniboo, a player under quite a bit of stress, but can you answer back? Can you step up? Can you still be brave and find those moments, not let your champions run disappear in the lower bracket?
It's a scary factor, isn't it? Big time out here for the boys to be checked in on. You can see Weber and Niels both trying to have a chat there, get them back in the right place. Again, pressure like this. Some focus, some fold. The factor is you only ever find out in games like this. 5-1 though. VaporX showing sparks of exactly why they're such a scary side. For Heretics, it has to start now.
Their ult play execution was really nice on the attack side of Ascent, Heretics. They got a huge amount to work with here.
Oh my god! Speak about confidence, he flies off the rip. Patman wanted to be involved in this, but now it's just ults on, ults on, ults, and Patman, can you live? Can you survive? No. Dead and buried in the site, looking open, looking available. Investing those ults correctly here. Trying to take that space towards backside.
Divide goes for a peek, what a timing!
Oh, and a follow-up! No way are they getting away with this one! Boo, trying to hold things together! It's just pure chaos!
What an insane teleport!
He's still here. Something still around, and Heretics none the wiser. They do not know where something is. You can see the hesitation, the caution. He waits just a moment, pausing, letting that moment stew, and the information now is there. Something. Oh! You almost felt it line up. But Boo staying alive, but Jesus, did that take everything?
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, Heretics relying on the ult plays to be able to get themselves into a situation, and then VaporX do the most VaporX stuff of all time, trying to fight instantly to disrupt, and then taking timings through smokes. Divide just finds the best timing he possibly could there, and something tries to TP into his own team's Brimble. See if he can find a 1v2. That's a sick round to watch. But crucially, it's the footing, the toehold that Heretics need to keep the game competitive.
But it's a climb, and they are not stepping down yet. Something goes finding further, but Boo, again, backbone here.
He's been rock solid when his teams needed him, actually, across both maps. He's not putting up the biggest numbers, but he's been important for them when it's mattered.
Absolutely key.
VaporX have locked off short, so it's going to be much more difficult to head in that direction. Still fade ults on both sides. Patman taking a look, quite passively actually at the moment, over towards B long, but still with full fade utility to work with. Not really anticipating Heretics perhaps contacting up, but he's holding.
Oh, it's a fine angle, isn't it?
It's a reaction test.
Prowler forcing him off the slightly deeper line. Step back, falls in for the crossfire. Has to win the 1v1. Forsaken's got his back. Great reveal. Now can he handle the flood coming his way? He's up for the test on the first. Passes were flying close, but swarmed in the end. And a consideration of the ult, but they feel that maybe they could go for something better. There it is, Benji. Going for the optimal if he could with a spray. It's not bad from Jing, but unconfirmed. There's Divide in all of this. Jing trying to keep all of that attention. Divide does get handled again. You talk about critical kills. Boo is doing this again. Finding these key ones that basically swing the round, almost bookending this. As it looks like Jing's options are here to save.
And Heretics are finding more value now over towards B. We saw them go for those kind of showers pushes earlier on, but the default into the B finish has been the thing that's now working for them.
Yeah.
Starting to run out of these massive ultimates though that have been crucial to getting the rounds on the board. Jing, can he keep an op online? I think he'll be able to save this one easily over towards Cave.
Oh, but you talk about necessity for Heretics. These couple of rounds have felt hard for 4-4-2.
They definitely have. The entry's in. I'm interested as to how Forsaken even gets this opening kill. Oh, he's playing out in front of the smoke, so he knows that Hookah's going to get smoked off and steps out onto the box, yeah. He's so good at playing around those kind of situations, but he still gets caught in the midst of it all. It took everything, though.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, you're utilising
cycling ults, man.
Yeah, basically every ult available. So now, as things get a little drier, a little more even, maybe favour back in VaporX's side.
Something still hunting with these early impact kills, but he's got that deep line to sit on. Play off that if they fancy. Even a pawn to be added in for good measure.
Throwing out his clone and putting it through the doors over towards the teleport. Again, VaporX here, now that they're on the deep B line, they're getting the stack in the right place over towards A. They're worried. They are worried about showers. That clone making a lot of noise over there.
I'm worried about Jing. Position you feel he's good for a few, potentially.
Notice how nobody is really taking space in short because you're concerned too about Forsaken spamming and just getting a couple freebies.
It's a sign of presence. 3-2 split, perhaps. So cautious here, Heretics. Don't really have that get out of jail free card with any of these ults. Still have re-ends, but that's about all they've got here. Aggression noted towards Shower. Horn goes in, it's commitment time, and it's Batman today! Who's getting the double? Who's getting the triple? Paper Rex! Always right place, right time! And Heretics look stuck for an answer.
4K
Ano
from
ba yan,
Batman
Bill?
comes out of
Labas
nowhere,
pasok,
man.
Bill, ah.
What an
Labas
insane
pasok, Bill,
defensive
ah.
setup. Team Heretics was so cautious and so patient getting themselves into position. He gets Woot in the midst of that. That's mad. Woot already had a TP set up towards default.
And it's scarier when they're having fun. I know that sounds silly, but it's okay. There's no weight on their shoulders now. They've got that first map behind them. They've got a bit of comfort in that. They're playing well together. This feels dangerous if you're Heretics. Hell, you only had to look at the scoreline to know that. But again, the tension looking like it's been relieved from Paper Rex now. Forsaken did do nasty business down here before, just on the preemptive corners, but he's been hunted. He's been caught this time. Dealt with Jing unchecked on. Oh, he still does so much damage, taken away too. 3v3.
But those are guns given away and an opportunity now for Heretics to reset. They've got an open B side, but they could just slow the tempo down. Something goes diving in and dies the mini boo. That's another opportunity given, and Heretics really can now slow down that pace. You don't need to barrel forwards. You just ease up the tempo and make Patman and Device sweat and worry that you've lurked your way in. Really nicely called tempo shift there from Boo. After a good double dive with the duelists, I was worried in the previous exec that they just walked out Showers again. This time, taking that space down short, jumping on top of Forsaken very quickly.
Showing out as fast as possible. Did get worried that Jing was going to be getting more than he did, but he brought it back into a reasonable range. Again, you're looking at the shields here. It's only really Mini Boo who's got that light shield beside him, so Boo and Woot a bit vulnerable, and Devi gets the operator. We'll work this one out here. Cresting this corner, he will have an opportunity. First, missed. And a chance and a new lease of life. Devi goes back in for seconds, and Mini Boo's on the case. Patman couldn't quite make it there in time to complement that clear. The 1v3 is a lot to demand. Especially in these positions, Heretics would be absolutely fumbling this if they let it drop. Batman trying to path toward an isolated player.
Probably anticipating the Boo's going to be playing off the molly back here somewhere. Instead, it is his younger brother picking things up over towards Market.
He's being given nothing.
Yeah, Batman got a 4K in the previous, but here doesn't even have an opportunity.
Really nice ball there from Heretics.
Yeah, Team Heretics comp is so much about the ideas that you bring. And I think that's one of the reasons why DRX have been so excellent with it on their attack sides, because they are a theory-based team. They come in with a lot of set plays. This is one of the first that looks great from Heretics, right? It's an eco-round idea where they jump on top of the Lamps player who's going to be playing that angle a bit more aggro. They're in with both duelists really quickly. Viper Wall separates off any crossfire that will be coming from Pocket. And then you can isolate Jing for another kill as well. If they bring this level of creativity and theory into their other execs, they might still be able to recover this hard.
It's not over yet. We are asking them to operate at such a high level consistently, and the money's still here, and Jing still feeling aggressive. This time handled, but a trade out Forsaken trying to just get away. Stim barely getting him at regular speed, but he does make it towards backside and safety. And a 1-for-1 trade up, but Patman is taking space.
This is a very deep push. Trying to abuse the fact that the Heretics are running these defaults over on the A side. Boo versus Patman.
Talked about critical kills, and Boo has had them in droves now. Handled again. Great find from him, very diligent, but it doesn't mean you still have access to the sites.
Don't like that walk up from Woot as well when you know that you've got space over towards B. Maybe he was going for that anyway.
Something's beating them to the rotation, though. He's in position. Fantastic find towards Benji. He doesn't even know how close he is to being another killer. Something, though, going to take the space for the shorty, play to that smoke, and the expectation is there from Heretics. Something keeping this space secure. The ult from above, Boom might just burn alive. Has to try and fall away, but Forsaken gonna claim it with the ult, leaving just Riens to try and keep this one in their hands. No Haunt to try and hide behind. No help on the way. It's a pure 1v3. And this is a horrific scenario to try and get out of. But Forsaken, how many multi-kills is this man gonna get?
It's a sick round to get Paper X up to 7. But it starts out here with both teams trading their duelist. It was a good punish on Pac-Man too. They realized that they had an open B side. Maybe another opportunity for Boo to slow the game down there. But he decides to send it onto B. Send the plant as well. On the defense side, Heretics recently won on by because he was sticking those diffuses, putting his body in those situations. Now he's got an ult to play around. And Miniboo can be a playmaker. If he can land a saturate, get a dash, play his ult, Heretics can still make something of this half.
It's 4 implied to begin down towards Sand. 3 in actuality.
I mean, that could be a sicko Waylay ult, but Miniboo doesn't go for it.
Could you imagine? Oh, bodies though to be noted early here. Those footsteps will have been heard, so Heretics might be on red alert, but still on approach here, straight through long. Oh, Jake.
Heretics still defaulting though, not looking to end B just yet. The risk is that Benji is going to walk straight into this ult. Something is on such a deep line.
Shot, but information.
Only on the lurker. Doesn't really tell you too much when you don't see a duelist or the fade.
Oh, Divide. You can see the curiosity. Riens calling in for support here. And it takes a lot to take one down, but you'll take that at this point. 35 seconds, they need a way in.
The ult from Wu can give them information on where to put the Waylay. And they're actually leaving it. Yeah, complete fake. And something's left his deep line.
It's on Something who's been having caught there. Wu couldn't get away. Something playing a safer line here, a little bit more passive, just trying to hold that security for the rotations. They're going to give up the plant on this unless they have util for it, and they don't. So they're all going to come in. They try and overcompensate and play backside. No, they're going to play security. Miniboo, though, going to find one. Goes for a big swing, but it's Riens to tip the scales in their favor in a 3v2. Going to need something to land a couple here. Just a shot goes astray. Benji backpedaling towards Showers, and security looking like they've got some really good positions here. Lovely from Riens. Something on 21 HP. He's given them some magic before. He's not being given much now.
Hold on. Bulldog in hand, it's not the best weapon for the job, and Boo's trying to make it much more difficult with the molly down there.
Oh.
I don't think this one's going to be possible.
Heretics, they've had to pull out all the stops here, man. This has been a very hard fought for just 5 rounds. Something tries to finish with a flourish, but 7-5 is competitive here after what felt like an absolute blowout of a beginning.
I think they did a good job of recovering that. We're worried about the mentals of both of these teams, and I think you can start to feel a bit more confident about Heretics. They've got another half though where they'll need to pick things up.
Let's go.
feel a little like map 1 in a way there. Off to a very fast start for PaperX this time.
May
But the resilience
pamalakpak
kicked
pa
in for
siya.
Heretics, but it did feel like it took just about everything.
Hello.
Every ult coming in, great calling from Boo.
Hello, engineer. Bakit tahimik ka? Hindi yan pwede.
wait lang, in-game gigil.
Ay,
Well, it's so difficult.
kala ko
But I know that the
kala ko
pressure is on Team
makikik na
Heretics.
kita
They're
kasi
a
ang
map down.
tahimik mo eh.
They're also
Mythic
5-7
Immortal
down,
na ako
2
ba?
rounds behind.
Wag!
Left to play.
Kamati.
There's the player on the other side, Forsaken. When you take a look at the Coinbase Econ report, absolutely
filthy.
putting bullets
Apas ko
into
ba eh?
Miniboo as well, shutting down your big entry player on the attack side. And I think this comp becomes more difficult to play on defense from Heretics' perspective. It's tougher as the Waylay to know when you want to use that utility. A lot of what Heretics were doing was playing for retake, which might be a good idea against PaperX actually, because they do come at you with such force at the beginning of these rounds, but you've got to be clinical afterwards to be able to win in those spots.
It's a little bit of a scary combo towards the top. Patman, Forsaken, Jing, all looking really sharp on that first half.
And a big difference in terms of the pistol success rate to PaperX. They've been better in the tournament. They dominated Heretics in the early pistol round 1. Have they got a good game plan here?
See, won't we?
Early Prowler allows Benchy Fishy to stay on a more aggressive line, and Miniboo's confident, wants to try to take a fight, wants to do a bit of spamming, but as he reloads, PaperX walk up.
And look how close they are already. Forsaken, Jing, both towards site. There's a lot to handle, but it's Woot to then pick up the mantle, take over and find 2. And Benji back in the space, playing towards the spike itself. Wants to put his body on the line for it, but Woot the bodyguard, disallowing any further steps from PRX. Pretty much held on this little short walk up.
Really sick round from Woot so far. Benji loses that duel to Device, so an opening here for PaperX, but the spike down in pocket still. A flank coming through from Boo, and if he falls, more danger.
Yeah, Woot's the danger man, sure, but Divide didn't take that much damage, still on 70.
Hello, Potato Aim.
Patman seems so acutely aware there's a chance for this flank.
Boo's playing it great though, just containing.
Doesn't need to do too much more. You should be able to put it somewhat safely in the hands of the 2 there, and then slowly squeeze as is needed, but they're still looking for this kill. They'd love one. And Boo now on the tap of the spike will move closer. Lovely reveal. That was absolutely fantastic. Can't say enough how well that helped things.
It's Woot's flash as well that sets up the horn, can't be broken. And Woot, at every point here, excellent. The way that he trades out to great kills. Certainly they hadn't realized the PaperX were that deep. You're bang on with that, but Woot's there, using Miniboo as a little piece of bait.
Let's go.
And Miniboo's happy about it. So a pistol that they desperately needed, looking to try to tie the game up. And this is tension.
Oh yeah. Starting a little bit of that heaviness of the game again. For PaperX, we saw it in kind of that first half as well, how I guess the levity of the situation coming in a bit more, feeling a little bit, you know, having fun almost, kind of kindling some of that.
They were singing and dancing.
Yeah, calmness and happiness. This might remind them that it's not quite there yet. Still a bit of threat. This normally opens up 2 potential rounds and re-ends. Catch Jing near on for free. And away we go.
Of course. That is a ridiculous use of the refract. Well, Miniboo just applying pressure there to the Sand People and trying to see if he can get a little bit of information.
Yeah, Defy really the only danger man you'd imagine with that sheriff. Everyone else just down on Classic, so by all rights, Heretics should be able to keep this clean. The first time we've seen something go astray, though. More seconds on the horn being back into play.
Yeah, well, I mean, Heretics have only got 2 people here, and Miniboo's going to have to have big value. Doesn't have his saturate to be able to play around anymore. They need a bit of assistance. PaperX are getting a lot of value out of walking up behind Devi's wall.
Yeah, they've made it pretty far at this point. Playing towards Tribox and Shower. I don't want to say giving up the plant, but it feels like they are. So something waiting, Forsaken waiting, Miniboo, blind reward. Forsaken having to try and save them, but by now I think we know it numerically. This becomes improbable, if not impossible. Devi, make me a believer. 20 seconds. He's still got a man on site. Oh, he doesn't anymore! And maybe I am a believer now. 13 seconds, the plant will be here.
10 seconds left.
Given away. Second time of asking one bullet. All he had to play with in the Stinger, forced to hit this plant now. Benji closing in. This is looking lethal. 2 bullets to the Sheriff. A desperate attempt, a brilliant try, but not enough today.
Damage done a little bit to Heretic's economy. And I think despite the losses early on here in this half, you can see that Forsaken's got the read, the coaching staff of PaperX have got the read that Heretics are going to want to play for retake. Because you're right, they're getting free plants down. They're getting that
Visity
wall
mobile.
on the right side of A, and they're being able to set up for a bit of post-plant aggression. So I think PaperX are prepped here. It's just about
Plants
the
versus
execution.
Zombies
It's just about finding
while
those
watching.
moments where you can surprise
Ano?
a Heretics player in backside, whether that's A or B. This round, though, critical. You can't allow a bonus round to get put up by Heretics, because then PaperX, all of those nagging voices are going to start
Getting a little
thinking
louder.
back to Lotus.
And that's the one that's on the horizon, isn't it? I know a lot of us would love to see it. Almost feels poetic if we get there, but an opportunity to close this out in 2 for PaperX. Good purchase here. The bonus for Heretics, far from pretty.
3 players stacked up towards B long, but they all leave at the same time. A little strange. Boo comes back to try to pick up this info. Ooh. A chance for Jing to punish.
Notoriously explosive player as well. You've always got to be on your guard if he's nearby. Divine looking sharp as well from that previous. Got to be feeling himself after that. Not in the conversion.
They're looking to try to push back Boo and Riens in these positions. A little bit of short control for Heretics, but not enough to go for a sand crunch here. I should be fairly safe.
Third man now in attendance towards B. Rotation called over. See how this looks. How's that pressure? Jing. Usual
Oi.
pathing, usual scaling. Caught by Boo. This is getting dangerous though. Pac-Man on the fight back. That's lovely. Held off towards long. This gets dangerous. And look at the corner Boo is playing in. Do they still clear? They absolutely do. Great prowler there. Just ensuring the first missed, but found in the end.
All committed. They really want to win this. 4v3. Looking to try to scrap, but now sitting back a little, allowing PaperX to sight. They can play the player advantage retake.
Certainly can, and with weaker weapons, you have to take all advantages. Backs to the wall, PaperX normally come out swinging.
Aggression, initiative.
Always the plan. Forsaken waiting on this corner. Not alone, but Boo still worth his weight in gold. Takes one down with him, but it's Divine
No, it's 2v2.
to double down. Trying to secure what looks like a dangerous round, and Pac-Man with a rather uncharacteristic miss there. Finds himself in the cubby, but a quick made. Crossfire.
One enemy.
And that's lovely from Divine. Lovely work from him in the last couple of rounds. Showing truly fantastic form.
And that piece of post-plant aggression is what you need to see from PaperX too. If Heretics are going to allow you to get the plant down and they're going to play for advantage retakes, you need to stabilize that advantage by actually making a play yourself like this. Pushing through, finding these 2 couple of kills on longer sight lines where the Vandals are favored.
Nice. Oh, thank God. Do I hate it when they do that?
Heretics though, they had to wait for Miniboo to come all the way around on the retake. Now they've got rifles. Jing with a judge. You've got to create a game plan around putting him in lamps or something, don't you?
You'd imagine, right? But what the hell is this beginning? No, that fell far too short.
Well, the flash just wasn't good enough there to set Miniboo up. It's an idea. I'll give him that.
Doesn't mean it's a good idea. There's now a man to the good for PaperX. They'll take that as a beginning. Bold look into an 8-7 lead for PaperX. 3-man stack. They look to clear Pac-Man here.
Oh, the perfect timing. They know now that he's retreated. They'll be so fast on the flank. Giving it away though.
I thought they'd be a bit more subtle with this. If anything, it spurs PaperX on now, and Boo looking vulnerable. He's trying to keep back the flood on his own, and Pac-Man very aware. Great damage, good sees. This is exceptional, but he does get cleared. The security found on the site and the plant in play. It's a 3v4.
Dropped.
Whoa, Boo! He was just trying to play his life for so long. Eventually found him. The remaining 2 seem obvious, but Woot still sharp as ever. Trying to do what he can to recover what feels like a lost round. 3 more targets and a very little amount of time to play with. Jing noted, but that's it.
Something aggressive, confident, already on the flank, up through short.
Oh, they're not even going to be thinking about that yet. They've got too many problems right in front of them, but the danger was always behind, and the crunch should be here. Riens cannot do enough. PaperX, brilliant here.
I don't quite understand what's going on with the Viper ult in the post plant, but all good. PaperX handled that very nicely. This early play just wasn't enough to try to set Miniboo up. It's maybe just straight up unlucky there, sure, that something is tucked so close to the wall he doesn't get hit by the flash. But they weren't particularly subtle with the triple push out from Sam. When Batman spams a little bit into hookah and then you don't see it, I think you can have the read in that spot that you just contact up and take the fight against him, but...
Especially there's 3 of you.
Yeah,
right?
they flash pushed out just in case there was another couple lingering in that area, trying to be diligent, but they just didn't quite have the read on what was happening and they incentivized PaperX to go for the push into A.
Yeah.
They, Team Heretics that is, are now dropped onto an eco round and it's desperate territory once more. Just these two that have been put together back to back.
I-try daw ugnak kay Nicolom.
So much pressure.
Yeah, feeling every second.
Sa stream ni
This time
Nico.
out now for Heretics.
Inak.
That scoreline starting to feel such
Para maad ka, like, maragod og Los Nico is streaming with Jigs and Wanda ganun.
behind them. That 2-0 doesn't look impossible now. Heretics need to dig deep. Gotta find something here. Not the player. Just something to work. Couple of sheriffs, a stinger. The light shields, no.
Wala sila pick.
Right here.
Where will it come from now?
Right here. I think these are the spots where you're looking towards. I mean, they've got the Marshall Sheriff idea playing over towards Showers, but my eyes are glued onto Miniboo because I think this is the spot where he needs to be taking a couple of liberties and trying to get his read on the game.
See if he's up for it. Frustrating probably in the last round, so has to get himself back on the right page. Playing on that corner. Looking like he's ready for this too.
It can be really difficult to proactively play the Waylay on defense. It's quite easy when your opponents are coming into you.
Okay. Luckily the wall not going his way, so he does get to stay on this line.
That's his own saturate.
Not great.
Back over towards A. Boo and Woot still out here with that Marshall Sheriff combo. But you can't really get the value through the smoke you're looking for. They need rotates in fast.
Getting there, but it is going to be slightly behind the curve now. And spray and pray ain't going to be answered. It's Rien's only landing one back. Forsaken.
Oy.
Up at the helm, but Woot does well. No, it ain't over yet. As Heretics fighting tooth and nail for this. Everything they've got. Benji desperately doing this himself if he has to. But Forsaken found. Heretics. Miracles answered now.
350.
What a play from Woot, man! Finding that value from such a tough position, played in his teammates. And PaperX just got stuck. It's a disastrous opening, obviously, but the recovery was immaculate. Jing, blinded up by Woot, wanders into the smoke for a free kill on Benji. Benji then picks up a rifle, just as Forsaken drops one and picks up the Marshall.
Let's go!
Those are the kind of miraculous rounds, a MasterCard 50 that get you back into games like this. Because it swung the economy drastically.
That's all it took. One round and it's game back on. 9-8. No rest for the Wicked here. As PaperX asked to do something similar. Right back to Heretics. But as you said, that pendulum has swung. Money, much better now for Heretics. Maybe confidence too.
Bring them down.
I think as long as PaperX don't waste some of their ultimates in this round, though, they'll be straight back on the horse. You just can't allow the moment to get to you. Of course, if they get an opportunity to really hammer things home, then fair enough.
Well, it's fine margins, and Jing wants in. He's found the body.
Oh
Takes away Woot, but Rien's quick on the trade. Does have the help from Boo here from up above, and the rotation coming through from Miniboo. This isn't an isolated effort anymore, and stall on the plant.
Benji still has to stay over towards B in case there's a pivot through that teleport.
They want this. A pre-take near on, and it's worked wonders this time. Miniboo and Rien's fighting back for the site. There's something looking for an upgrade. Gets himself a Sheriff. Is Forsaken still alive? Mr. Multi-kill so far. But Heretic should play for the post here. Triple swing. Great call. Great discipline. And now we're back at 9 apiece.
Every time you think you might see a mental collapse from one of these teams, the resilience is actually the defining factor. The comeback in the first map from PaperX. Here, the confidence from Miniboo in a spot like this. It's an anti-eco. He still goes for the aggressive play that his team needs to set the others up. Gets a pick off the back of it too. A reminder, Miniboo only got 2 kills. He went 2 and 12 on the defense side of Ascent. And now here already with 4, doubling that. And I think it's more difficult to play the Waylay on defense than it is to play the Yoru, for example, on Ascent. But he's out here. He's putting it all on the line. That's what you want from both of these teams. 9-9. Still with ults to play with, though, on both sides. I think Paper X have had some nice ideas here. I don't think you can allow losing a single rifle round and then an well, it wasn't even a rifle round, was it? It was
not really.
It was an eco, an anti-eco that they lost into an eco of their own. So once the guns are on board here, Paper X have been the better team. I don't think you need to be too worried about it, but they're going to burn their first time out to have a little discussion.
I don't mind it. It does give chance though for Heretics to check in as well. See a chance there for them to get everything right. As you noted, a couple of these ults on both sides now. Maybe a quick reminder of something they have in mind. But the buy's still far from perfect if you are looking at the Paper X boys. Light shields across the board are at least going to be up on the full weapons, but still, be suffering in some aspects. See if they can answer back. I think I'm with you on that though. When it came to the gun rounds, they have looked very, very solid. Good ideas, good approaches. That grit though for Heretics, keeping them very present, especially in the scoreline.
I want to see Paper X when they get into sights not focus on getting the plant down too much, because Heretics have got crazy plant denial. Take the fight, take the extra step further, and try to engage the Heretics players.
It's a rare day, you have to encourage them to go aggressive. It feels like it's normally very much in the DNA. It'd be nice to see that little bit deeper fact-finding.
Right, they've got the ults to play for it this round.
Right, something searching deep on this. Still 2 players on the site, so it's certainly not a free take. Something's got to be careful. Ult comes in. Something. Back with the boys. We're trying to hold the line from backside, but it's Heretics trading in 2 for 1. Site still not secure and plant certainly not down. Boop, just trying to stay alive through the smoke pretty much. Passing each other like ships in the night. Forsaken. A little bit deeper than maybe they'd expect, but he can't do anything with it. This time something in Divine left. Looking vulnerable. Easy to find, and Heretics finding stability. In the final rounds here, 10-9 now.
They're controlling that aggression really nicely here on the defense side. Paper X, though, they go for that additional layer I'm talking about, but as they flash, the smokes are still up, so nobody gets blinded by it. And the synergy they're going for with their ultimates, well, Pac-Man didn't catch a single player in the Fade ult. They didn't have the info to be able to put that in the right place. It didn't set up something for the pick.
Stealing my kills.
So not the perfect execution there from Paper X, and you see the frustration from Alex. They've offered an opportunity for Heretics to get back in this game.
He also said in that interview, there's been the right ideas, it's just been sometimes the execution of them that's been fallen short. Sometimes it felt like, again, that was the right idea, but the execution just off. Now we see if they can dig deep here.
Yeah,
I love this from Miniboo,
They
though.
could do with some magic, couldn't they?
Oh, they need a bit. Ooh, Miniboo caught a little asleep at the wheel there.
Well, he had to
Many
check
targets.
Yeah, he had to check multiple angles at once.
Reggie's down on 5 HP. This is giving them a real chance at this. It's scrambled. It's chaos on the site, but the spike is left alone in showers. They can't get out yet. Calm before the storm. So close to one another, and it's Forsaken to strike first. And this is the brawl they were looking for. Jing finding Boo. It ain't over yet. No security to be found here yet. Woot re-ends the last 2 alive. Didn't expect it in this round.
Jing's done incredibly at controlling lamps. Showstopper online as well, but no health to work with.
All 3 here. Woot, how much you meant to do? That's 1. Takes a bit of damage. He's right. Oh, he's absolutely right. Something. What do you have for us now? You'd love to find someone, but you've been found yourself. And the options looking dreary, being herded, put into a corner, but you can't do that to him. Re-ends, close by, ready to be the one to take 1 step further. 11 rounds now for Heretics.
I thought Paper X had done it there, man. I thought that they'd managed, with that 2K from Jing, to take control that they needed to get the round out. And Woot somehow, as the Prescience just expect someone on that corner.
It's this.
There's so much damage, but it's this kill right here. Does he
Oh
see him?
my
Yeah, there's just
god.
something there.
Oh, that's mad. That is
Jesus.
absolutely mad.
Damn.
He gets the pick he needs and it opens the floodgates. Rifles back, but attack timeout. The second one used here for Paper Rex. So now, last opportunity for the coaches to have any impact before a potential OT. And we may get there. It feels like a game that could have OT written on it, but Paper Rex would have to win this one. They're at risk of being ecoed again. And they've already used a lot of those big ults that you would expect them to get the advantages on their attack side with. I think they're really struggling with the style of Heretics here.
I think so. I think that's a really fair assessment. And now we get to see a little bit more layering as well coming out from Heretics. Gonna see that operator in play. Woot opting for this here. No ults to bank on this time, though, for Heretics. Still got Jings ready to go if there's the opportunity beckoning. It does feel a little bit desperate at times from Paper Rex here, clutching opportunities that simply weren't allowed. But again, Heretics handling them well. Go back in 9-11. Heretics feeling like maybe Lotus is a reality. That third map. We talked about resilience between both of these sides, the ability to bounce back. They both had their fair share of heartbreak in the past. Who's got what it takes now?
4-player stack to start the round over here for Team Heretics. Maybe just setting up for a flash horn at the beginning. Though it looks like Woot wants to take a peek. He's always got that gate crash to go and help Benji.
There's the flash, there's the horn. Can't give away Jing's position, but mostly just gives Woot this deeper line, but it feels readable potentially.
I think it might have been an anti based on the fact that Jing likes to go down short with the showstopper. They might have been trying to put pressure early on and just make it a bit more readable. Jing doesn't really have the space now to go for that A exec.
Feels like they're putting this together. They're figuring out the plan, but you still have to deal with Woot. Dangerous on the corner. Pixel spotted. He's hunting it down. You can see the temptation, but forced away.
And now Jing's got that space to try to go in, but Forsaken calls them back. They've still got a double stack in Hookah to try to deal with. Could be Divine making this call. We've seen him with some mid-rounding that was super impactful early on. Map 1. This is tough though to break.
It really is. And it looks a contact piece. Knows his lines, but in the grave nevertheless. Rien's comfortable on the corner. And the cavalry called in as well. Rotations on the way. Prowler up long. Something trying to outstep Benji. Ain't gonna happen. Forsaken though, still alive and still a threat. Pop of the ult. Fights back on another. Benji's dead. It's a 3v3. But Miniboo getting interested. Traded out. Blow for blow, these two sides. Plant is in. Time on Paper X's side.
Have to wait for Boo. Boo booking it to try to get into Hookah as quickly as possible. But that opens opportunities for Paper X to go walkabouts. They are very separated currently. If Forsaken gets a pick though, he has ult online and the round is almost impossible to defuse.
They done enough. Paper X done enough here. Heretics running low on time. Have to make a move, make a chance, and Jing called upon to potentially save Paper X here. Around the houses we go. Oh,
Holy shit.
Lives to fight another day as Heretics push on to 12.
He's been the best player in the server today, Woot. He's been absolutely on fire across maps 1 and 2, but that is a tilting way for Woot to win that. The wide swing onto Forsaken, and Jing has the jump on him.
Mura man na mo mga buang.
Oh. And all of that levity, the singing and dancing from Paper X when they were up massively in the first half, it's got to be crushing out there. They've just lost 5 in a row. And going into Lotus, everything's stacked against them right now. They need 3 just to get it to OT. And it's Heretics who are the ones being proactive, making the moves and winning the contact duels.
The dream they've been running on might be turning into a nightmare. Paper X having to face their fears now. Close on the line, trying to get the timing on the spam. It's curious. It's ahead of him. This is confidence aplenty. Dangerous choices. But the right call and the right timing to fall away. Jing, bold in his approach, but then going to be marked, going to be noted here.
There's a massive pit as well. Waylay grabbing a ton of information and setting up Woot on the line.
Oh, it's falling to pieces for Paper X. Getting no access here. Heretics in full control.
They have to go back into Benji Fishy's ultimate.
Last place you want to be going.
Hindi ako katilting.
Trying to clear the site as they go. Brienne's putting down Divide. Just two left alive, and Heretics showing signs of life here. In a rotation, but a prime position for Boo. Can he secure it now? Patman still standing, but merely for a moment. Lifeline gathered for Heretics. And that nightmare reoccurring now as Lotus is going to be map 3. We'll be back after this in just a moment.
Oh shit.
Let's start from Benji. Why you want to win today?
I've got my friend in the crowd. I want to win for him. I want to win for my family back home. My friends and my family will come to Echo Arena when we make it. So I want them to be able to see me play.
I want to win so we can play more. I really enjoy playing. I enjoy playing, you know, like without fear and without regrets.
NS?
First of all, I want to win for my family and myself. Like for you guys, I want to win because I want to play more. I mean, I'm gonna bring back one reason why I joined this team is I wanted to help my brother be champion.
Tomorrow, Lemonade is coming, and if we eliminate today, it's gonna be really bad. I want to win for Lemonade at the same time. I really want to play in the big arena again because I miss it so much.
Game Changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us. It's good to be back.
I guess you know what I've been looking for success.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. But as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
Are your Valorant esports instincts next level?
This man is a big player in big games!
Prove it. Put your game sense to the test with the all-new VCT real-time prediction game, Shot Call. It's a Twitch desktop extension available exclusively on official VCT broadcast channels. With Shot Call, you and your friends will be able to call your shots, score points, and earn rewards. Here's how to play. During the official champion streams on Twitch, open up the Shot Call overlay on screen to make real-time predictions by answering questions. Whether it's predicting a Forsaken clutch or correctly calling a site rotate before it even starts, you'll score points, climb a live leaderboard, and have the chance to win prizes. Play along seamlessly with Shot Call's built-in notifications, or open the extension in full to check your progress and see how other viewers are guessing. You can call the shots during Valorant Champions Paris starting on September 12th. Tune in, try it out, tell us what you think.
Ay, Janica. Naghihintay lang mag-start. Nakatingin sa TikTok. My bad naman. Ikaw, ba't di ka patulog ka? Janica. Kayo kasi ako. Nagti-TikTok lang. TikTok. Scroll. Di pa kayo start. Plates pa rin. Same. Lugi. Huwag mo nang tapusin yung mga ano mo. Plates mo. Kung tatapusin mo plates mo, huwag kang pumasok bukas. If di mo tatapusin, di makakapasok ka bukas. Ano lang yun? Di deadline nga. Ayun, huwag kang pumasok para walang deadline. Pag di pumasok, walang deadline. Ganon yun. Best advice I can give. Huwag pumasok pag may deadline.
Attention, Campi à la fois. Top. Ok, bien joué la Paper qui prend de l'avance. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 ça va exploser, ça va exploser. C'est là, attention. Wow. Vas-y, fais-toi plaisir encore. Il arrive pas. Encore, il n'y arrive pas.
Anong year ka na ba, Janica? Malapit ka na bang matapos? O ikaw tatapusin ng course mo? Uy. Thank you sa You're Awesome, thank you sa Gigi, thank you sa Rose, thank you sa Ice Cream Cone, thank you sa Bibingka. Ayun, thank you, Janica. 4th year, ayun. Tatapusin ka na niya.
Pwede na mag-shift.
Pwede na hindi ituloy.
Pwede na mag-shift.
4th year pala, we graduating. Graduating next year. Isa din matapos ko to. Ako matatapos, mga te. Ikaw talaga matatapos yan.
Anong program ni Janica?
Architect.
Uy, 5th year niya na pala yun.
Architect. 5 years RTO. Huwag na, mag-shift ka na. Mag-shift ka na. Tapos mag-professional VALORANT.
Yeah, thrifty after thrifty after thrifty, and this game was largely in the control of PaperX. It felt like the entire time they had a better idea in terms of how they wanted to use their ults, how they wanted to work the map. All of those aspects of the game that normally means that you're going to see that team come out on top. Even the pistol round and a bonus conversion.
5 years pala, Architect.
The thrifty wins kept them in it, even though they had that gun disadvantage. They brought it level,
5 years.
and somewhere at the end they just took off. I mean, individuals. It really wasn't.
Ang engineering man ang gi-reduce nila to
And Woot just to find the whole thing and really put the cherry on top towards the end of the year with another thrifty win at the end. But my God, man, what a player Woot was.
Yeah, let's actually move forward to our Verizon high-speed moment. Keep the
Good luck
conversation
dyan.
going
Janica,
about Woot
good luck
because
sa
he was making some
course mo.
incredible plays. I mean, I remember the
Sa
one that he
program
did
mo.
toward the tail end there where there was like a
Program.
2v3, I think, needing to
Tapos
bring the team back
i-reg.
into this, and all you had was a Marshall
Ayos.
and a Dream. And yet, Woot,
Janica,
Walang
alam mo,
ka at liga pa.
exactly what you wanted to see from him a couple
I'm
days
gonna
ago
give
when he
you
was on the Viper.
a piece of advice sa ireg.
Yeah, but funny enough, every time that Heretics has
I
gone up
mean,
against PaperX, I feel
okay
like
lang na maging ireg. Hindi naman siya piece of advice, no? Pero parang words of encouragement. Okay lang na ma-ireg. Kasi normal na college pag ireg ka. Kung hindi ka pa ireg sa college, wala. Ano pang ginagawa mo sa buhay mo? Tsaka ang ganda kaya pag ireg ka. Like you can select your schedule. You can ang tawag dyan? Pwede ka mag-underload or overload. Kapag tinatamad ka sa term na yan, underload ka lang muna. Diba? Yeah, I'm giving it to you. Mas may freedom tayo pag irregular student tayo. Ang gaslight.
Yeah, and we just saw right there, they decided to start on the defense.
True.
And after the second half that we saw from PaperX yesterday on the attack,
Hindi
against
naman.
we understand that decision,
Alam mo,
especially also because of what you
life
said,
has
Wood
no
starting
parang
on the chamber, him from the
starting
impact, and especially
point. Alam
thinking
mo
about
yun,
how
like,
the mental
hindi mo
for
alam
PaperX
kailan
must
ka
be
talaga
exposed.
magsisimula.
do have to wonder as well,
Hindi
though,
mo
right?
dapat
Like at some point, PaperX
kailangan
are gonna
i-figure
need
out lahat
to
sa
really hone in
ganitong
on what
specific
Wood
na
is doing and
age.
trying
Na
to
like,
shut him down. You cannot
ay,
let him go
23 na ako,
crazy.
dapat
But Wood has been making
maganda na yung
himself
buha ko.
a
Hindi
difficult target, and
hindi
as we
dapat
mentioned,
ganyan yung mindset
on that
natin.
chamber,
Dapat,
that's
ay,
probably just
23 na
gonna
ako,
keep
mas,
continuing because now
mas,
he has the ability to not just play
i-focus
one,
ko
if
na
he
yung
needs to with the
today.
team, he can play back,
Diba?
hold areas down, and really punish people with these
Kasi nga,
bombs with
there are
Hunter,
some
all the goodies that Chamber brings.
testimonies na their life started at 30. Kahit nung 23 sila, they trying to figure it out. Pero wala, nung 30 pa talaga nagsimula yung buhay nila. Like 23 pa, nung 23 sila or nung 20 sila, they're trying to make everything perfect. Pero wala, it all just disappoints them. So, what's the point of putting some limit or putting yourself in such a race track kung lagi ka naman madidisappoint or alam mo naman sa sarili mo na pag madidisappoint ka, malulungkot ka lang.
Johnny ka. Yung 20s is a decade of discovery. Tapos yung 30s mo is dyan yung life of decision.
Gusto ko na kasi mag-asawa. Ang tanong, may jowa ka na bang aasawahin? Inay-inay ka sa gusto mo dyan ka ha? Baka dyan tayo ma-jigs. Buo nga buhay mo, wala ka naman palang asawahin.
This is what it's about. Two very different positions to be in for these teams. The fact that Heretics brought it back in map 2, overcoming their woes.
Tignan mo nga ako, naka-stream lang.
It's PaperX having to overcome a true living
Ako
nightmare of
naka-stream
facing this
lang.
map.
Diba? Bakit? Sa tingin mo, Janica, ilang taon ako? Diba? Huwag kang ma-pressure.
Pero buti nga yung, ano ba yan? Like, 4th year regular, like as in sa timeline mo, 4th year talaga? Or hindi? Like, at the age of 23, dapat ba 4th year ka na talaga or 5th year na? Kasi ako hindi ako sakto eh. Supposedly, I'm 4th year na dapat and I'm still 21. So, nasa saktong timeline pa rin ako.
Dapat graduated na.
Pero ba't kayo ni Jigs? Uy lang.
Okay, graduate naman. Graduate naman dapat ko.
Batch kayo ni Jigs. Pero hindi eh. Like, kasi Arky 5 years yung Arky eh. So, technically, kung batch kayo ni Jigs, nasa ano, tamang count ka pa rin ng years, gano'n.
This is a dangerous man.
Nilalawig na ako, gagi.
Doesn't stick around too long. Goes that next step.
It's fine if you haven't figured out your life yet.
English out.
Towards that CT side. Two
No,
different
but
players now.
yes,
Motive. They
going
should have
back,
a good idea
hindi
who's here.
naman siya dapat like paunahan or
Drop
something.
down, both of them have, and it's a horrible surprise as Heretics ring the bells of PaperX. And they're not stopping. It's Divine needed, and he can't do enough.
Exactly as Kukuku was talking about on the desk. This is the style that Team Heretics would like to replicate. What Fnatic did yesterday. We put a bit of early pressure on them, find out where PaperX are going, and then get back into the site with these retakes. And PaperX just couldn't hold on. They lost 3 retakes on C. They lost 2 retakes on A. It was a nightmare.
Can do it.
Even though they got in
Huwag kang
position,
giligin, di
hands
naman
down,
kami yung prof
they
mo.
just couldn't convert. This
But
is going to be
yes,
rattling around in their brain because that is
yun lang talaga. Like,
exact repeat.
The fear for me is this goes beyond
ano
just the
pang
latest
ginagawa mo
game.
sa college yung hindi ka irig?
You look back to those losing sour moments that have haunted these boys for a long time.
I-normalize na natin yung irig.
They have suffered here.
Isipin mo,
The only way to overcome this
graduated
is to
ka na
fight
dapat.
through it.
Pero
Not the start they would have
nag-iirig ka.
wanted.
So, i-enjoy mo, maghanap ka ng
Change their
jojowain.
PaperX now look to try and do
Tama,
something
kasi
here.
ma-pressure ka maging breadwinner ng pamilya mo. Ma-pressure ka maghanap ng mapapangasawa mo.
Something to pop out of, and Boo's got the read.
Maghanap ka ng Nepo baby.
Let's change the narrative para hindi ka ma-pressure, di ba?
Happy to allow them in the door.
Got B locked off. Take this fight.
Jing? Divine? Did you forget who you're facing, Heretics? You can't take them lightly. Now
Jing?
he's down on Woot and Rienz. A swift backhand to remind you The Paper X are lethal every day of the week.
Rienz has to survive, still
Can't
with
go
full
down.
util.
Oh! Okay, Batman, show me some magic here.
2v2?
30 HP and
Gago.
45 seconds, plenty of time. Woot on the other side. Safety found in the end, but my God, they made that one dangerous.
Incredibly so. In a manner in which was surprising, because Team Heretics felt like they completely isolated Jing on site. He just runs up on Boo, takes him out, and Devi gets played in through the smoke. This bonus round will have barely any sting whatsoever. I haven't said that. Woot with a headhunter. They did keep an outlaw.
Yeah.
A little bit of disappointment there for Paper X's coaching staff that they weren't able to clean up the round. But they should be able to get on the board fairly quickly.
Ang sumpa ay nasa assistant coach Yawa.
Kung si Mindbreak pa daw, dakwa daw na imuhang kuan sa
This,
TikTok daw.
Ma-explain.
Di na ma-zoom? Ah, okay.
Oh my
Ano?
God, seeing more than just a decent amount of progress. Dropping the body.
That's an incredible shot. Pivot through into B though. Open doors and an easy plan. But Boo can tap this connector, throw a paranoia through, and distract for the retake. Heretics want to play for those.
Yeah, not out of the woods just yet, even on the better weaponry, so they're sending Jing forward. Putting his body on the line and he's alone. No help coming, but he doesn't need it right now. Finally put down and traded out. It's Forsaken still alive. You're looking at the pressure on the back lines, but it's late. Boo goes down and it looks like they got this in hand. Paper X. Alive.
Pretty bad Gravnet nade combo actually there from Heretics. Didn't go deep enough into the corner to catch onto Jing and put the pressure there in heaven. But I like from Paper X that they're trying to push further, deeper in the post plan. Paranoia up through heaven allows Jing to fight for that extra space. We've been making a lot about this map as it pertains to the downfall of Paper X and that 9-1 loss. Come on! But Heretics also just got brutalized out here.
Yes.
And one of the reasons was that they couldn't hold rubble control. So Paper X should, on the attack side, be able to take this space whenever they like. They can get past the Gravnet, it does nothing.
Jing straight there again, not the first time we've seen it. Their last round too. Bit of a switch up though. Benji this time playing over toward A. Looking like a committed approach thus far. Swing on the door, drawing all eyes here. Blue room picked up by Miniboo. Danger on the door drop. Gotta be careful. Gotta be ready. And they're not! Miniboo catching two unawares. You don't get to do that against him. A third as well.
Spike down.
Leaving blue room painted red. Heretics leaving just two alive from Paper X now. What can Devi and Forsaken do?
Percentage play would be saving this spot, but Forsaken makes a play. And Devi actually with a 2K eventually shut down though. They're not going to be able to buy very well in the next. They had a couple of players with great money and a couple without any, which is why those two guns towards the end could have been absolutely imperative for them. And yet they've chosen not to go for that. I mean, they had minimum loss bonus as well.
So much further.
So it still might have not been enough. Heretics immediately answer back after that anti-bonus with a big round from an important player. Someone who's most likely to doubt themselves, who says their main reason for wanting to win this game is to help their brother become a champion.
Not a bad reason by any means, but Forsaken having something to say about the matter. And Blue nearly reminded to not take them too lightly either. Four in the corner, and gonna be dead. Paper X.
There go the brothers. Taken out instantly. And Miniboo with an ult to boot. The Thrifties were defining in getting Heretics back into bind.
Bye-bye, Paper X. Taga ka lang sa...
This would be dreamy for them, wouldn't it? But this one, ult there for Jing if required. Devi as well. Then this is lovely. It's just lacking that weaponry on two, but still, the open site to work for.
They found this timing pretty perfectly. Question is whether you want to take a little more aggression in the post plan. This is one of those spots where I don't think you need to. You have ults, you have free space, you have a player advantage.
Spike planted.
See if they can keep it, or how long they can keep it. Quietly and cautiously. No way! Paper X caught again! This is ridiculous stuff, and now something's position will be given away as will Devise. Something tries to stand, he falls. It's just too simple for Heretics.
Tagak lang sa...
The two players fighting over towards pit go down in an instant, and one of them is Jing, who has an ult to try to stop the retake from happening. You can't be taking early duels like that if your job is to spring back in. He swings to trade Patman, take the L, go back in with an ultimate, make them scared. Devai as well chooses not to use a Steel Garden in that situation. It just is too easy.
That's a timeout. That's a timeout right
Their post plants are a massive worry. They only got 2 rounds on the attack side of Bind, and that was, you know, they had a 7-5 half, got 2 rounds, and then at 9-7, they lose the plot completely. Heretics on the run back 6 rounds in a row. And again here on the attack side, this is where they lost to Fnatic. This was where they lost, what was it, 10 rounds in a row, I think, after a 9-3 half. Disgusting stuff.
And it has to be there, even in the back of their minds. I'm sure coaching staff, Minnie and Alex, both don't want that to become something they can't get rid of, they can't shake off. But these are echoes of those previous games and those previous woes already starting to show slightly, and some of these tendencies, some of these problems. And if you're Heretics, you're grinning ear to ear, man. This feels fantastic. Everything working well, got Woot firing, Mini Boo looking solid.
Heretics already have more rounds than in their loss to Giants on Lotus. That was a 13-3. They got pasted. So this is a fantastic beginning. An opener that's showcasing that they can play this retake style and put a lot of pressure onto Paper X.
Make it count now, Paper X. Coming out of this timeout, you got ults. You got a decent buy yet. Jing on the judge. Doesn't worry me too much. Actually going over to the Bulldog instead.
Last time Jing had a buy like this, they went for a C exec, he double blast packed into a smoke. But that was the start of the downfall.
Change up here, however. Looking to show an early interest towards that B side. Pressure door, TP out.
They can't stop the door from being open. But it's dangerous to try to break this wall out here. From a safer position, they do break one of the smaller limbs of it, so they threaten across. Benji, still with an annihilation, can put a lot of pressure and save a lot of time for rotates to come through, help to arrive. All about the ults this round to me.
Yeah, and that blue door rotation last time. Oh, it's Mini Boo straight away. Can he catch him scrambling? It'll be hard to find a target here. Might just post it towards tree, see what he finds. Oh, he's chasing this one. He wants to go further, but he finds Jing. Big scalp to claim. That's the showstopper gone. The reaction is required. Benji in Benzel gets the catch as well. Forsaken looking to be kidnapped. Benji trying to fall back somewhere safer. And it's just ults on ults now. Run back out though. Patman going to find Benji before he had any say in the equation. Boom. Does work on one, but it's going to be down to a 1v2. Wood's still alive and 2 men to find. Devai on guard duty will not let Patman fall. Paper X still in this.
Heretics got so much space off the back of those ultimates. Paper X battle back. They were forced to take risks. I really like the push from Patman. He goes up and around a smoke to be able to catch a backstab timing. Attempt at the outplay there from Jing.
30 seconds left.
But in the end, more of a scrap on the site, less of that standard retake setup, and Paper X thrive in the chaos. Both duelists still with ultimates to play around.
Very different start though.
They've been taking these openings to the round a little slower and giving themselves options. This one might be all in.
It's going to be divided. Hard to make this work. Jing, got to make it over.
Wall.
No, he's stuck. This is looking like a disaster. What do Paper X do now? Finally making it through, but it's not going to have the same sort of punch to it, but at least they have the sight.
But all of the retakers around, putting the pressure on early. Heretics are going to be here almost as the plan goes down.
Yeah, this is very, very early. Paper X have been playing on the site itself. Only one disconnected away, being Divide. Can they win out the scrap this time? No, so far they've fallen. Something goes down on the front lines. Benji rewarded. find those next steps up though. Pac-Man replies, it's not simple stuff just yet. Forsaken sets the paranoia and gives him time to turn, but Divide falls to Boo on the back line. That's be the pressure from door. You can see the discomfort. Forsaken has to look left, look right. Jinx still standing. Pac-Man as well. 2v2. Pac-Man playing forward.
Nice.
It's fantastic. Great work from him. Just Boo alive. Got bullets to play with. But there it is. Time's gone. Paper X. I mean, getting the scraps they kind of wanted.
Pac-Man's the savior again. After the play that he made in the previous round, taking the risk, here, he's like a turret, just cemented in his position, annihilating Heretics retakers as they come in. And if he hadn't put on a performance like that, I don't think there's a chance that Paper X would stand. Look at these shots.
Just about everywhere, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the fight on Miniboo
No, 36 legs di ko
is
sa
difficult to
F1.
hit as well.
Katong
He's
ace ng
flying out on
superior to
a big
is.
wide swing.
It's bad.
Paper X desperately
That's
needed
bad
that
lah.
one, and I don't really like the way that they approached it. It was very all in. Jin got stuck. He needed a hero, and Pac-Man, the newest player to the roster, was him.
1,000 views.
Might be the cure to their woes, but a challenge is Boo. Feeling brave up to the fight, but he gets found by something. A quick reaction from Paper X. As Heretics throwing everything on the line here. Hold on, re-ends. Not bad at all, but not good enough. Paper X gonna survive through the storm.
What a crazy fight to take. Heretics throw down their deadlock wall, and Paper X just press their noses up against it. Faces against the glass, shooting bullets through it. But the first serious attempt here that we're seeing for Team Heretics to try to win a rubble fight. And even with their utility, finding some level of value, they still lose it. And this is what was killing their defense side against Giants. And they're still not finding any value in this area of the map. Paper X can take rubble whenever they want.
Just to be exploited again, this won't be the first nor the last. Is there anything now to stop them? Jing again, making this look oh so simple. Woot though, looking to try and find the players behind. Stays just that second longer, but will have to fall away. They are fast to this.
Looks like they might want to pivot through the blue room.
There.
Got Pac-Man with an ultimate to give them information and take away audio cues on B.
Oh, look at this paranoia. Didn't quite get around the corner in time, but Boo still going to be standing guard. It's Jinx. Paint Shell to do the damage and a great follow-up. Cracking in towards the B site. The plant looking likely. No ult to be able to bank on for Heretics, so plant in play. It's a 3v5.
You can't lose
3v5
control
ayaw
of
na.
this one. And in fact, Heretics look like they might just be giving it up.
Ray.
That's the kind of round that Paper X never put together, not one single time against Fnatic. They tried a B pivot only once, and they didn't even have anyone coming from the other direction. Here, it's perfectly synced up between Pac-Man and the players coming through blue
Si
room.
Ray.
The value from the ultimate,
Hello,
the
the
nade
shy.
kill, the prowlers in your face. The timing is all put together. A much better performance here, showing that they've learned the lessons of that catastrophic failure yesterday.
Oh, labas pa.
Learning
Alive.
quickly, it hasn't been much time between. These are still fresh wounds. But able to adjust this well here is a fantastic sign for them. Taking the lead up to 5. Heretics going to be asked a couple of questions now. Can they adapt back? Can they find a way to handle this? Those opening forays, those opening moves from Paper X are starting to look good here. Starting to look a bit more comfortable.
Well, they've also put pressure on the Heretics economy, which means that they can't go towards something like an Odin as easily. The Odin across from Tree, Gaguka was again talking about it on the desk. That was something that Boaster was doing immaculately, and they had so many troubles dealing with it. I'm sure that they've got a game plan to try to navigate that if Heretics pull it out. But at the moment, especially if you can't fight for rubble control, you kind of need something like that. The big 1-2 combo that was killing Paper X is the Odin spam from Tree, and then Kayak taking peeks from that blue door. And we haven't really seen that game plan coming out the same way again here from Heretics. They're not going to have the funds, as I said, to go for the Odin. So more of it comes down to Woot trying to get on aggressive lines. And the chamber is a little limiting. Sure. It's not horrendous by any means, but he doesn't have the same freedom that he does on the Jet and the Yoru across map 1 and 2.
Wala ni mo gipatang ang kwan
More
lag.
choreographed in application, but
Kaning
at this
browser
point,
source ni
you
mo
need to time
para
out for Heretics. You don't want to let that pendulum swing because Paper X,
para
that
sa
momentum
follower
gets
goal
behind
sa
them.
Twitch.
They only get
Oh, yeah.
stronger. And it has been that kind of Pac-Man display, getting them back on track. Divide, consistent backbone of this side. The big adjustment here, and it could be a brawl right off the rip. Looking for that
Ibutang
seized
siya love
main
if naka-time
combo.
kay.
Paper
Pansin
Rex
ako
have to
na
be on
if
guard
nakita
here.
siya sa dati ko.
Giving it a second.
Kay ka-follow sila.
And now
I-edit pa din ako
scramble,
po doon
getaway.
pa.
Patman gonna take a lot of damage.
How did he live?
I have no idea. I actually
Tugs
have no
on.
idea how he got away with that one. But they did lose one in the
Ako.
process. Forsaken did go down.
Filipino.
Forsaken's having a bit of a rough game here, 3 and 8. Try and focus on calling a better squad.
Ooh, but that's not bad at all. This pivot towards B has been a great get out of jail free card for them.
Go 3
A good
HP.
fact finder looking a little bit deeper there and sending Rienz away barely alive. I like this from something a bit audacious, sure. You need something to secure
Pagka
you
ng
this
3 HP, di
comfortable
ba na
close
nila
call, but his
mapapay?
teammates fallen, and the aim's messy, a rarity to
Tikas,
say.
tikas.
As Boo battling back for the boys. Just Divine and
Okay,
Patman, the
okay na to.
two who've
na,
been
enough na.
exceptional for Paper Rex to this point.
The push from Patman is really nice. Threw a seize to block off the waterfall
Patman,
players and now
huwag
goes
mong
up towards
ahimin.
Boo.
3v2.
Gonna be somewhat behind them, and
3v2
Device
mga
still
two.
standing strong. Rienz was the walking wounded earlier. And again, the danger duo doing exactly what Paper Rex need, leading by example in this game.
Sick
Nice.
4v5 round from Paper Rex, exactly what they needed. Great adjustments in a post plant setup, looking to go forwards always. Whether it's something, and yeah, you're right, it was a bit sloppy on the aim, or whether it's Patman putting resistance in one area, then sprinting into another. I've been really impressed with Patman so far. I think he is stepping up just when his team needs to stay in the tournament, to make it to the big arena, play under the brightest lights. And another massive rubble fight. Team Heretics have not won one yet.
Oh, going back in repetition, hoping for a different outcome this time. And it's noted. Mini Boo gonna be considered here, and it's on a weaker purchase, even harder to make. Now Divine has been monstrous.
Uy, bayad naman dahil sa kuha
Punish
Netflix.
to boot. A low buy round for Heretics.
Bayad na
Divine
sa
probably
Netflix.
not incentivized to use his ult in this one.
Ano ba
But he's
Nag-email
created
na sa
such an
inyo.
opportunity for his team to go over towards C.
Oh, it's wonderful to see for Divine. Again, this team is filled with superstars.
Yeah.
Hard to pick one from the litter, but again, he is having a moment here. Heretics gonna try and make this count. Those weaker weapons, stingers, sheriffs, odds and ends. Patman on duty, on site, not allowing much of a look back here.
I'd like to see somebody doubled up with Patman. He might end up getting double, triple swung in this spot. And yeah, they go for the high-low. Something underneath.
Not bad, but the paranoia is sharp. It's in the right place. Gonna force them to try and flee. Take him back towards water. Horn goes in, Flash comes out. A bit of a trade out, gets messy. Boo gonna find his connection towards Jing. But still, that backline is there. Divide part of it, still firing. Forsaken! It's Paper Rex finding stability. It was been an explosive round.
We go into the final one of the half. Paper X with a massive ultimate to be able to play around that Steel Garden online for Divide, who's got 14 kills across the 11 we've played so far. He and Patman have been imperative to this level of success. And I think Heretics need to be able to put another on the board. They finally get the Odin out to play, positioning it over towards Tree. But it may be Woot who finds that early contact. Paper X looking for a mount default again.
Under pressure now. Shot does not connect as he'd dream. Has to fall away here. A real predicament. There's no further investigation from Paper X. Happy to leave it at that.
They've got massive ults. Jing with that mount control gets himself an ult orb, showstopper online. And Woot knew where he was going. He was pre-aiming for that jump. Just couldn't land the shot. Wasn't quite sharp enough. Odin v Odin. Who can get more value? You don't normally see Benji pull one out. How practiced is he with it?
We also wanted the support as well from a similar character of what Kayak was doing, right?
Yeah.
Get that support system in play. As it stands a bit on his own, you can see that Miniboot is getting a bit closer here. Maybe this is the combination we were waiting for, playing behind the smoke, sent scrambling by the paint shell. They are still stepping this way. Miniboot getting forced away. Paranoia coming in. Still Garden coming out as well. Benji playing this calm though.
He's still got the ult to be able to play around.
It's a worrying sound to hear. What a shot! Rienz, you are out of your mind! The 4 HP ain't much to be writing home about. Paper Rex still alive and breathing, still on the site.
An incredible recovery after essentially aimbot comes out from Rienz. A 3v3, but the spike can't go down. 10 seconds. Forsaken's got to create an opportunity.
Trying. It's on Mini Boo. Oh, the wide run from something! As Boo has to face this on his own. A 1v3. It's so much to ask of one man. And Paper X have got to be feeling this now. Jack's behind. Nothing there. We can see where they reside. Oh,
Nice.
get a look in. 8-4. Have they Have they done enough for you? Is this enough? After what we saw before.
It feels like it, doesn't it? After 7 rounds in a row, they are the ones with momentum. This double kill from Rienz is spectacular, and yet they're the only players who drop. Paper X with
Unreal.
perfection in the rest.
It's all possible. We'll be back after the half.
Why are we pushing? Man!
Naka-question ang coach nila. Kastorya po nila. Like during the mid-game.
Hindi.
So dili ga-comms ang kwan. Hindi nag...
Hindi.
Four to 8. The worries and woes at the beginning looked like they were back in effect. But something happened to Paper X on that 6th round, and they went on a damn run after that.
I think they figured out exactly what Team Heretics were looking to try to do. The adjustment was sublime. And after losing 12 rounds in a row yesterday, almost all of them on their attack half, they now put together 7 against Heretics. And the pressure is just on massively. A Coinbase Econ report, you could have picked out Divine or Patman because they were both sublime. Look at the damage done to Woot as well. Massive shutdown in the Sentinel versus Sentinel matchup. And Paper X have been great at pistol rounds too. If they put another on the board, it's actually Heretics that we need to be looking at and asking all of the questions about the big crumble. They came out to such a hot start, 4-1 up. And you heard the stress in the voice of Weber. After one of those late rounds, they need the mental pick-me-up.
Certainly do. Tough times now. But at this point, there's no easy games. There's no easy rounds. There's nothing easy about this. And it's all deserved. It's all hard fought for. If Heretics can't turn up when it matters, there's only one outcome. But the chance is still there. 4 rounds is enough, but it's not a lot. They've got to come out swinging here.
Woot looking to try and take some space as something holds down on Mound alone. And he's the defender that's going to get pressured early on. Still with a gate crash, opens the door. That would be the timing to try to get the fight on him.
Leaving that quite late. And this man's dangerous from this position, but look at the damage he just took.
Yeah, big headshot. C-site open. And Woot always with an option to return back in that direction. This would be so bold to take a peek here on 3 HP.
You just can't. You just can't. You're going to have to kill up the site. Heretics, they take, I don't want to say full control. They don't quite have that CT security yet.
Nade, horns, paranoia, so many tools for Paper X to flood.
They're going back in. They want this back. You don't get to take this away from them. And Divine loves it. It's Rienz still alive, though. Barely. 10 HP. Woot's still here, but that spike is deep within control of Paper X. Oh, but a gift from the gods! Patman turns around and is back on! Rienz desperate to do it for the boys! But Jing on the other side, a big 1v1 toying with him. But Jing still standing his ground, 2 bullets More than enough. He's got it, G! Stands bold against Woot, against Paper X. A critical round.
The game plan here for Paper X is what eventually gets them the win. They are so ready to go for that C retake with massive amounts of utility. As the push is coming in, it does get very scrappy in the final moments because Rian makes that insane play, the read to go and push Waterfall. But it's devastating. That's the 8th round in a row here lost for Heretics. And that's how they're going to be thinking about it. Not that Paper X have earned it, but that they have failed to capitalize.
This is devastating stuff for Heretics. Going to be feeling every second of this. Probably going to have to suffer through this one as well. Facing 10 rounds against you more than likely. Slow down on approach towards B, but a chance. Meanie Boo on his own, waiting for that wall to drop. There's no help coming, yet at least. There's something going to lean into the matter. A little bit of a flash and a little bit of a push. Sets up Forsaken, finds another. Paper X on the hunt. Desperate to close down on Benji, who is on the run. A 1v4 needed. Howard near on double his kills here. But he does get past the first. The second, a chance. Oh, he's fighting hard for this. Giving it everything he's got. And a chance again, 2 more bullets. Falls. Paper X fighting for this. But Heretics not going down without a fight.
Pinakugma 1v4 pa to ba, bullshit.
Who hasn't really been able to find his value in this match so far. He'll be looking for moments like that to stamp his mark on the game. But as the game stands, as the match stands, down by 6.
I attest to that. Like once the sound of the game or the gun or the skin lingers on your brain, it's over.
Any hope of being able to continue into the Aqua Arena, they need this round.
Diba?
Tapos ang Phantom na prem, wala.
Could be a brawl over here on Mound as well.
Sometimes lang.
Kind of area.
Like, oh, the frames good. It's so accurate.
Patay to. Gago.
Forsaken. Fantastic stuff here.
What the
You have to be
heck?
ready for that play. It's one that Paper X runs on their light buy round so often. And Heretics, in the midst of the chaos, forget.
We'll be remembering, though, to catch Defy on that little bit of a peak, however. So at least a small bit of silver lining to be had. But it ain't much. That's not bad, though. Trying to force Forsaken away.
Benji played for the Orb Annihilation online after his great attempt in the Eco previously. But they may need that ultimate to be able to get through. 2 Guardians and a rifle on the other side. Something on a very deep line at Rubble. The flash, by the way, put on the floor from Divide, not available for them in this round, but usually they're big key to getting back into retakes.
The impact of that missing now.
Yeah, and no paranoia for Forsaken, so this is going to be a tougher retake than usual on B.
Great for Heretics. They need something like this. Still got to keep these boys quiet, keep them cool. Something getting furious. We saw he was the one pushed up towards Rumble. Doesn't get the shot he wanted. Benji, good work. Men gonna find a reaction though and start making this feel dangerous. It's a 3v2 suddenly. The ult has got to catch. It's what they needed to maybe make this feel equal. The Rien's now starting to feel pressured against the odds again. Rien's has to go above and beyond.
Oi, Forsaken.
Forsaken. Untouchable.
Forsaken has robbed them. Jumping into the smoke with the classic up. That was a straight up 1v1. The Annihilation had caught onto his teammate. Set up by this Flash Hawk combo for the first. That a set play. The rest, excellent.
God,
and
look
the
at that.
push into Riens, who's been again the consistent pillar for Heretics. Forsaken can feel it. This is a complete reversal of what happened to Paper X yesterday. They are in control. They have the momentum. Heretics against the ropes.
Let go.
Only take a couple more punches and it might be knockout. Heretics literally back to the wall, but come out swinging.
Natagaan lang nila opportunity to like explore. Yeah.
They do much more. It's Batman this time. They all want to go at it. Heretics can't breathe right now.
Nice one, Batman. Uy!
It's simply sensational.
3 seconds.
Nice. Fudge. Let's go.
It's incredible the heights that you can get from both of these teams, but we knew it at the beginning, both capable of those mental collapses too. It's extraordinary that we haven't had more one-sided maps in this series, actually. With that being the identity of both squads, but here it's a smackdown. Heretics can't breathe. The pressure, the bright lights, too much. And 4 Guardians. Barely a sniff of hope.
The last chance here for Heretics. Do you want to go down like this? Barely with a whimper. Paper X foot on the throat at this point. Not making it towards side, but in their way to Vi. Been brilliant. Unison with him, not alone. Something there. Stands his ground. Gonna be hunted though. Something. So much pressure on him. Miniboo gonna take away Devi. This is not the same sort of start here. Heretics putting everything into this.
Paper X fast on this flank though, gobbling up all of the space behind. So despite the fact they're in a 4v5, plenty of chances to close things out here.
Certainly could. TP back to Boo, trying to find some safety. The map gets smaller. Paper X smothering them alive. Heretics
Boom, Jing.
breathe. It's all on Benji.
Nice. Nice one, Jing.
Jing.
Damn it.
Absolutely nothing. Paper
And with that, it's all over. Welcome back to upper bracket, my dudes. Ay, wala pa.
Lower bracket. Hantod sa mag-finals.
Okay lang, kaya.
Gapang malala.
Gapang palala. Yawa ka, stressing, ano nila.
Absolute cinema. Kailangan na iignon mga matagak mo.
What's a Paper X game without the fans na naghihingalo?
But they fall short in epic fashion once again.
Pinapakaba pa yung fans.
And yet they can't quite get over the line in big moments like this. It's got to feel devastating for them.
You can see it. That's a hard loss there. Especially when it feels possible. Sometimes that's the most bitter pill to swallow. For them, they have to walk away. Think of next year. Different story, however, for Paper X.
Rebounding so well on that loss.
Eh, di ba nagpalit ko ballpen tong Miyagi? Nawala akong pencil case.
Pencil case? Dato kay Kaylee.
Dili lang. Murag na ito sa eskwelahan lang. Or ang abot lang yun. Murag nawala siya sa... May gani, kaya nawala akong thing. Tapos duha pa jud ka ballpen akong gibutang dito nga bag.
Couple more days that arena. The next time we get to see them, and God only knows what form they come absolutely swinging out with.
You know that you can get the absolute best out of this team. It's just whether or not they can settle those demons. And I think they've done a great job today at proving to themselves more than anybody else that they can.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to be sending it over to Jing down on the stage for the Verizon post-match interview.
Et le train Paper X ne s'arrête pas. Paper X keep the dream alive here at Champs Paris and make it to top 4. Jing, congratulations. I'm gonna have to borrow you for a second. Congratulations. Welcome to the top 4 here in Paris. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, you guys have been Team Heretics kryptonite for so many time now. So, you know, why do you think is that, and what made the difference today according to you?
I think like we just understand the way they play, so when we play against them, we don't really have to adjust that much because like we know what they're doing. So yeah, I think that's why.
Kind of used to the gameplay for sure. Donc première question, vous avez été la kryptonite de Heretics sur les dernières années. Comment ça se fait et qu'est-ce qui a fait la diff aujourd'hui? Eh ben, on sait comment ils jouent. C'est pour ça qu'on n'a pas trop besoin de changer notre jeu ou de s'adapter. On est assez habitué. Je pense que ça s'est dit aujourd'hui. My second question: since you've been back on Paper X, we've seen a side of flexibility on your side. You know, we've discovered the Sage, we've discovered the Omen, but will Raze forever be your first love?
Yeah, of course.
Why? Because of the movements? Because of what? Are you built different on Raze? Tell us about it.
I mean, for me, I really like playing Raze because I think double slash thing is really fun. Like you can fly around and it's really fast. So yeah, I think He's my favorite
Maugali
agent
na
and I love him.
rinig sa
And you're
J sa
probably one of
Raze.
the best in the world on this agent for
Jing.
sure. Donc deuxième question, on t'a vu depuis que t'es revenu chez HyperX avoir un aspect un petit peu plus flexible du Omen, de la Sage. Mais est-ce que Raze ça restera toujours ton premier amour et pourquoi? Bah ouais, je m'amuse trop à jouer Raze, c'est mon perso préféré, double satchel dans tous les sens. C'est comme ça que je kiffe jouer au jeu. And last but not least, you know you're gonna be on the big arena. So ahead of that, what is the most important between aim routine and skincare routine? Because your mom told me that you were not doing your skincare routine enough. Do you agree with her? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, my mom wants me to use like toner and stuff, but sometimes I'm kind of lazy, so I
Hindi
just
ko
use facial
kaipon na
wash.
tong
But
clear. I'm so close of buying kanang
both aim
piggy
routine
bank.
and skincare routine.
Both the combo for the victory. Thank you so much. Jing, donc, de troisième question, qu'est-ce qui est le plus important entre l'aim routine et la skincare? Comme ça, on nous en avait parlé. Ouais, des fois, j'ai un petit peu la flemme de mettre du toner, tout ça, mais là...
I'll tell the whole world, top of
Shit and mini shit. God. Wait lang, B. I'm opening ging.
Spending a lot.
Shit, I fell off last year, I'm just shaking back. Bro, it's not the fucking engineer, that shit you make you shit, I fell off last year, I'm just shaking back. Bro, it's not the fucking engineer, that shit you make you shit. I'm a ghetto boy, I grew up in poverty. Apply this pressure on these niggas, make them tired of me. In the club, smoking hella weed with my Glock on me. Ain't no liquor, me and bro just drunk a pint of lean. Cut a nigga head off and make taco meat. Put some bread on the ham, like a shit, I fell off last year, I'm just shaking back. Bro, it's not the fucking engineer, that shit you make you shit, I fell off last year, I'm just shaking back. Bro, it's not the fucking engineer, that shit you make you shit. I'm a ghetto boy.
Pasukin ko kaya sila sa loob. Para sarapan niyo yung luto namin. Gusto niyo pumasok sa loob? Okay lang? Ano? Oh, unang dalawa. Hala, pumasok na siya. Go lang, go lang. Oh, hindi kita titigilan. Uy. Tat. Sige, go lang, go lang. Go na, go na.
Hindi na ko yung mga content nga nang nasa like Ferrari, nasa like nindot nga sakyanan, tapos makitabi daw sila nga kanang magka-picture silang sakyanan, tapos ilang ipasulod, ilang ipalingkod.
Sige, dahil dyan, ikaw na rin mag-drive. Yan. Sabi ni Kuya Sekyo, bakit ganun? Ay.
Alam mo, mga ganyan ko, it gives, ano siya, like, dili siya elitista kung tanawon.
Kaya na magpasod silang sakyanan.
Okay, like, kanang, nakakuha ka ana, it's because of your hard work. And also at the same time, kanang unsa tawag na kanang pagkabutan sa mga tao baya. Kay dili pa na nimo makuha kung dili ka ma-inspire pa sa lain tao. And dili pud na nimo makuha if dili ka i-treat og tao sa mga tao. So ang bottom line is tama na wala nimo na star ang River Vandal. Wala nimo gi-favorite ang River Vandal.
Di mo kayo ng favorite na River Vandal.
May pag wala na lang din ako nagipalit.
Hello. Hindi mo job na River ba?
Na para bang hindi ako ang iyong girlfriend.
Hello.
Na para bang hindi ko yan siya favorite. Gina-disregard mo na lang. Ala ha.
Are you
Malala na yung ngiti mo. Ano yan?
Lala mo?
Parang iba na yan eh.
Iba? Ako, gago.
Grabe yung ngiti mo yun.
Grabe guys, alam ko na yung pang-counter sa itsj1gs. Di ba usong-uso ngayon yung itsj1gs kasi nga sure win, wala makapigil. Ang ginagawa kasi ng itsj1gs strat, hindi sila naghihiwalay. Talaga napakadaya. Maglalatag lang ng ultimate yung Isha para maka-preheat. Tapos maglalatag lang ng ultimate yung Digi para hindi mapigilan yung Isha. Want more?
Oh, shoot. If you go down, I will also go down.
My name is Slave. From what school are you?
If we fall down, we fall down together.
Naka-mic ka sa ano?
Ha?
Naka-mic ka sa...
Wala na ako nag-off.
If no one's told...
Flashback.
One enemy remaining. Player standing.
End of flashback.
Nice one.
Kung maka-invite kay Mike ka ba, murag yung say, dili gud layo ang atong kan. Ako gi-chat full.
Sa pagbumotor, meron tayong tinatawag na hazard fixation.
Na para bang hindi siya silver?
Doon pupunta ang motor mo. Kung ayaw mo pumunta sa
Gi-chat
lubak,
pa
huwag kang
ma'am.
tigil sa lubak. Kung ayaw mo pumunta sa lubak,
Mary, this is Shannon.
I-DM ganin ako full.
Match found.
Gago wala na Mike.
No.
Uy, nakapamandag.